Welcome, Daddies, to episode 168 of Dunn and Drew. Thank you for joining again. We have a lot. This is going to be a long one. We got a lot, so I hope, Eric, you've been putting the little subject lines in the time markers still in the YouTube videos? You haven't?
I haven't watched like the last three.
That's why I said we got to outsource that. If you're interested, let us know. Maybe able to pay you. NFL playoffs are set after a very wild and maybe controversial Sunday night. We had Trevor Lawrence versus Justin Fields. That happened. That happened last Friday, where we give our takes and why the Dunn and Drew curse might still be very active and alive. Urban Meyer to Jacksonville. That's heating up. Cannot wait. It's probably my favorite. I can't wait to talk about that one.
Yeah, you're loving that one.
I am locked and loaded on that topic. And going to talk about should the Dolphins draft a quarterback with their number 3 overall pick in the draft. Eric, what are you looking forward to most talking about on episode 168?
Your Tua take has evolved. So we've come 180 here. But I'm
I'd say
most looking
360. I would say it's a 360.
Anyway, I'm looking most forward to talking about that Giants fiasco going on and college football, because you're going to eat up most of the episode talking about Urban Meyer. So, I'll chime in here and there, so give my Urban Meyer takes. I got beef with him because of Penn State, but it is what it is. If we get Urban, I'm not complaining, and I'll tell you why coming up. Happy New Year, first episode of 2021. Let's get into it.
All right, roll the intro, Tommy.
Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome to episode 168 of Dunn and Drew. I'm excited for this episode because we finally made it. I don't know how we made it to the NFL playoffs finally after this bullshit-ass COVID season.
Remember in the summer we were like, you especially, like, NFL.
I was like,
NFL not happening.
I was like, yeah, this is not happening. And games were canceled. They were rescheduled. But look, we made it. We have our playoff matchups. And we're about to be done with this season in a month or so. So we got our last rankings off the dome right now. We're going to do the 14 playoff teams that made it. We're going to rank them off the top of our dome. So
can we cheat in this one?
You should know who's in the playoffs now. But you should know who's in the playoffs. So we'll rank them from 14 up to 1. And then we'll give you our predictions in the matchups later in the show.
What happens if we add a team that's not in the playoffs? Because I feel like that's coming.
No, you won't. Come on.
Yeah, I think we're nice. Okay.
It's half the league.
Can I go first?
Sure.
Give me the Bears.
Bears. Last ranked team in the playoffs. Don't know if I agree with that. Give me the Browns here at 13.
God, you love the football team. You've got to relax.
I do.
Give me football team at 12.
I do love football team, but I do not love them to beat the Bucks. They're a good story. 11. Give me, almost said Dolphins. They didn't make it. Give me the Rams here.
Okay.
At 11.
Okay. Give me, I like this. This is good. Give me the Colts at 10.
That's disrespectful.
I know you like Jonathan Taylor, but
10?
10. Come on. Did you see Phillip Rivers? He doesn't have it. They're not going to go far. They're not going to win. They're not going to be
the run game and the defense.
The run game went off because they played the Jaguars. It's not going to be
the run game been going off all year.
All year.
Jonathan Taylor hit 1,000 yards on us. Not every team has a 1,000-yard rusher. Anyway, Colts at 10.
He should have been playing more since week 1.
God, Jonathan Taylor. We used to watch him at Wisconsin. Big Ten guy here. Number 9, give me Ravens.
Speaking of disrespectful, good Lord, they've been on a tear. But you don't care. Okay.
Yeah, I don't.
Number 8, Steelers.
You'll see why.
Okay.
Later in the show, you'll see why.
Can't wait.
Who we missing here?
Well, the Ravens, but you already picked them, unfortunately.
No.
The Steelers aren't better than Ravens. I hate that you did that to me.
The Steelers aren't better than the Ravens? Just
No.
coming into the playoffs, I guess not. But when the playoffs start, different season. Come on now. Oh,
Well,
man.
true.
Who we...
Lamar Jackson under pressure, in the spotlight. I guess not a big fan of that, so could be right.
You got me wanting to cheat here. Give me...
Well,
God, it's between two teams here.
I wrote notes on my hand.
Seahawks. Get mad.
Only man mad at that is Seabass. Number 6. Actually, that's a little too high, in my opinion, for Seahawks.
How's he get a shot out every episode?
It's like Trump. He's in the news every day, but everyone hates him. So
Not anymore.
Kind of similar. Number 6. Why? Because of the 2000 stimmy?
No, I don't know. I just said that I don't watch the news. So I don't know if Trump's been in the news.
Number 6. Why I just compared Seabass to Trump? Number 6. Give me the.
That's accurate.
Give me.
Gimme.
I'm trying to think of the teams.
teams.
Titans.
Okay, I fucks.
You fuck with that?
I do. Oh man, give me this team. This
It was a good little list.
it is,
Except for the
It
Ravens.
is.
It's a good little list. I would probably put the Ravens here. If it were
Really?
if it were a real list, I'd probably put them at 5. Maybe higher.
I think Titans.
They're on a roll,
but
bro. They rushed for 400 yards. Are you telling me that's not playoff?
That's one game.
They've been rushing like crazy for the last since they went on their run, since they had that bounce
And
back.
Titans beat them last year in the playoffs. You don't think they know their number? Titans hosting. Give me Bucks here at 5.
Okay, fuck with it. Number 4. Just jog the mental Rolodex. What division am I thinking of? Help me out.
You're thinking of the NFC right now.
Jinx. Okay. Thinking of this one too? The team I'm thinking of?
Probably not.
Huh. Well, oh no, I'm not thinking NFC. I'm thinking AFC.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, let me go down to
Don't do it.
I gotta do it.
Don't do it.
I gotta do it.
You don't.
Just kidding. Can't do that. Damn, did we run out of teams?
No. You have the 2-1 seeds and then 2 more teams.
Relax. I'm thinking. I don't want spoilers. So let me think. I don't want to say any teams because I don't want to spoil it for you. I'm doing it in my head. There's this team. They wear red. There's this team. They also wear red, but maybe not a main color. So I got those two teams. It's the AFC.
You're doing the most right now.
This team, the cheese, cheese. Well, provolone.
This man was worried about a 3-hour episode.
This is why. And okay, that team. So there's 4. Oh, that's 4. Damn. Okay, give me the Saints. Give me the Saints here.
Thank you.
You
Good
thought
shit.
that's what you're thinking of?
Yes.
All right, that's what I meant when I said let's go down.
Yes. Hate me if you want, Chiefs.
I hate you, but we already knew that. Got to go Bills.
Yep, you do.
Don't give me permission.
Packers at 1. Aaron Rodgers on a fucking tear.
He is disgusting. Like low key though, for some reason. It's a low key disgusting season.
I am glad I was in the position to put the Chiefs at 3 behind the Bills.
Why?
Because Bills going to the Super Bowl.
No, they're not. But it's going to be a fun AFC Championship game.
This is going to be the first time in Dunn and Drew history I say something that's right. All right, moving on to shout-outs.
We are are the kings of the weekend.
I'm interested to see these shout outs. You got a lot of Twitter users. What's this about?
Is because on New Year's Eve, I tweeted from the Dunn and Drew account saying, thank you guys for riding with us all year. We've been through a lot on this podcast together. All the bullshit that's happened this year, we were here to bring it to you on Dunn and Drew. So I thanked all of our listeners on Twitter who wrote it out with us episode by episode. And these shout outs are the people who actually gave like a nice heartfelt reply. So shout out to Sergio Fair 17, Jordan the Real, Castorina Julian, sorry, shout out JC. Wisdom Sports, G Breezy 26, Lorenzo Teves, not Hunter Bodine.
Hunter.
Damn, I said his name right. No, I didn't. Not Hunter Bodine, motherfucker. And Colton, what the fuck is this last name? Colton Dalrymple. Dalrymple. Dr. Seuss ass last name. Colton, you know who you are. You're in our Discord. Shout out. Shout out to y'all.
Also, shout out to our YouTube viewers. You guys got us monetized, finally. So maybe we start making a few dollars off of these podcasts. And when I say a few dollars, I'm not joking.
That's how it starts. $5 here, $6 here.
Can't wait for those checks. Thank you,
I
Google.
bet I think it's net 32, so you get a nice little... You could place the ads, too. You could place like...
Oh, you can say where to get to them?
Yeah, so like you can place an ad like right after we send it to another segment, or you can actually place them, and you can put a skippable one, a non-skippable one.
You can do all that, and if you don't do all that, does YouTube just pick for you randomly?
Yeah, they'll just place them wherever.
Let us know, guys, where you'd like to watch your ads most.
Choose your ad placements.
Speaking of ads.
Yes.
Wait, hold on. I think we may have gotten an email from Kyle.
Oh, that Kyle. I thought you were talking about Jags at Home Kyle.
Okay. No, he did not share a new script.
This is new. This is for this week.
He did ask, though, if we got our deodorant, so maybe it's coming in the mail soon. Our Manscaped deodorant?
It should be. It's cologne.
Cologne, sorry. Which is good because my Bora Bora is running low.
Oh man!
And I'd like to switch. And I'd like to switch it up because I can't smell it anymore. Isn't that weird? You put cologne on long enough, you stop smelling it.
No.
Oh well, it smells like you use the same deodorant forever, and then you switch deodorants, and you're like, oh shit, that's a new smell.
I still smell my deodorant. Timber, Old Spice, great. But we're not promoting deodorant here.
Anyways,
cologne is coming soon.
Happy New Year's, everyone, from our sponsor, Manscaped. It's the best. I know you hear this all the time, but it's true. It's the only below-the-belt grooming product that I use and have ever used. I never thought that I would use a below-the-belt grooming tool because I just don't have the time. But Manscaped makes it easy. They offer precision-engineered tools, family jewels. They're here to help you have clean balls for the new year. Ring in that new year with the right tools for the job. Happy 2021, as I said. Spoiler alert, hairy nuts are still gross. Step into the new year. Step into the new year with the tree standing taller and shave your boys. Manscaped is here to give you a New Year's resolution that you'll actually want to keep. The perfect package, no pun intended, 3.0 is the below-the-waist grooming package you need to It'd be so much fun marketing for this company. I wish we created it. Come out of quarantine with clean balls thanks to the Lawnmower 3.0. This waterproof, skin-safe trimmer reduces the nicks to your two best friends. The third generation, I would say the two best, you would be my third, Eric.
Thank you.
The third generation trimmer even has the light to shine. I love the light, actually.
You shave in the dark? Have you tried to shave in the dark?
But the light helps. I actually shave in the dark just as a challenge. And still no nicks because of the light. Start the new year fresh with a fresh set of testes, thanks to Manscaped. Bring sexy back, okay? 2021. We get 20% off and free shipping with the code Dunn and Drew at manscaped.com. Code Dunn and Drew at manscaped.com. Your balls will thank you. I promise.
Hey, you remember that pic I sent you?
You sent it with invisible ink. So
I did, but my
that.
tree was standing quite tall. I love my dick.
Yeah, we know.
It's shaped so perfectly. So when I shave it, it literally does look bigger. I don't know like why, but it's a thing, guys. You shave, your meat looks long. So
You start charging yet on your OnlyFans?
yep, that's in raves.
I can't
Dunn and
wait.
Drew. Dunn and Drew is also brought to you by our Patreon. It is $5 to join. You get a bonus episode every week. So you get this very long podcast, and then you get another very long podcast for just $5.
I would say
a month.
You know, I was kind of ranting recently about I think for our last icebreaker guest, because we have guests on to talk about, introduce themselves. And I was like, is the episodes boring? Because I feel like we're just like we go in without show notes and we're just talking, like there's no structure. And he was like, no, love it. So love it apparently. Oh, and my favorite. So I don't know why we haven't done this more often. I think we will now. That kind of hangout we had for Sunday Night Football was a lot of fun.
I'm surprised we lasted the entire game.
I know. We lasted the entire game with couple handfuls of us in there. Some Patreon subscribers. We sent out the link. We had a little scheduled meeting. Well, not meeting, but hangout for a Sunday Night Football game. Talk football. Everyone came in their jerseys and drinks, and it was a good time. It was also nice getting to know the people that are in the Discord chat, because I see the names and the Avies, but I'm like, I don't know these guys on a personal level, so I don't really connect. I think this will help me be more active in the Discord, like knowing who these people are, because now I match a personality and a face to their name and the Avies, so that helps a lot. Like I feel like I gained a lot more friends from
As
that.
one of the guys, I recognize his name, but he has the Pepe the Frog Abbey, so I was like, never seen this dude's face
JC.
before.
See,
So,
I'm real.
yes, you recognize the names from Discord. So yes, you join our Patreon, you get access to watch parties like that last all night. It was fun. I would do that again. Should do that again. Playoffs coming up. It's patreon.com/Dunn and Drew, and that's it. $5, and we're gonna have a lot more content coming soon if this country would get its shit together and open up for the fall season.
Roll out those vaccines.
Yes. Speaking of the fall season, let's move on to sports, our thickest segment on the pod. We got a lot of news, a lot of takes, a lot of opinions, a lot of facts, a lot of
Don't know about that.
speculation.
Don't know about facts.
First off, do you have any bold takes for any sports takes you got that are bold for 2021?
Shout out to the Bold Take podcast.
Who?
Relax, Jaguars podcast. Bold takes. No, I didn't like that you put this in here. Put me on the spot, even though I had all week.
So you read it.
Bold take. No, I mean Urban Meyer to the Jacks. That seems bold. I'm riding that train. Like I am so far on that train that if it doesn't happen, I'm going down with the ship, and I'm gonna have to say that whatever hire that they hired instead of him is a bad hire, because I'm so far on this train. And
You really are. You're deep.
we broke the news that's going to happen. So if it doesn't happen, that will be a very big surprise to us. We broke the news on Twitter the other day, maybe yesterday, 2 days ago, that he has officially agreed to terms with the Jaguars. Apparently the owner, Shad Khan, did not get that message, because he said today, he came out and said that he had not talked to Urban Meyer about the job yet. So it was news to us, and he may be fibbing. Don't know. I guess we'll see.
He is.
We have the inside info, so obviously he's telling us. Someone's lying. It's not us. I think it's just going to happen later than we thought. But a deal is in place. Trust.
Here's what I got to say first off, that if Shad Khan does not get this right, I'm leaving the franchise. I've been a fan since a little boy. I've seen like 2 winning seasons. You finally in the ultimate position as a football team in this league, and you fuck it up. I'm moving states.
Everyone wants this job. So I think, and he said today, I don't want to get too much into it because we're going to talk about it later, but he said today that he's going to be more hands-on. Apparently he has been kind of hands-off. Like, we don't see or hear from him like during the season, during the off season too much, but I think he's going to be more hands-on. Why wouldn't you? If I was an owner of a team and I cared about football, I would want to be in every interview. I would want to be talked about before my team picks up Blake Bortles' 5th contract, before my team doesn't pay Jalen Ramsey, before my team doesn't pay Allen Robinson. Like, I want I want to give my input. Hey, pay these.
I knew that was fucking good.
So we'll talk about the Urban Meyer news. But speaking of the Jaguars' open head coaching job, head coaching carousel begins. It is officially flight tracker season. Which, speaking of that, Mia O'Brien, a Jaguars beat reporter, I would call her, maybe from a local news station, she said that a private jet from Columbus, Ohio was spotted in Jacksonville today. Don't know if that's where Urban lives.
That's Fields.
We interviewing Fields before his Alabama match? Or is it Ryan Day? Actually, I think Ryan Day shot down the rumors that he was interested in going to the NFL.
Bro, that dude Urban is in fucking Cali.
You think?
Los Angeles. Yeah, that's where the Fox studios are. That man, I'm sure he has some sort of house in Columbus still, but that man is in Los Angeles. That was Justin Fields, boy.
Justin Fields. I killed myself.
First game, chill.
So the Jets fired Adam Gase. The Jags fired Doug Marrone. And the Chargers fired Anthony Lynn. What do you think about this? Should you have to give up a draft pick if you fire a black head coach?
See, I know if I say that I'm upset about this firing, that someone's going to say, well, you wanted him fired earlier in the year. And that's true. I did, because I said Herbert doesn't. There's 2 quarterbacks right now in this league who don't deserve this. Herbert and Darnold. And both their coaches got fired. Darnold. So Deshaun Watson, I would say he don't deserve this, but that man's been in the playoffs.
Deshaun Watson's number 1.
His bad. He was in the playoffs already.
On not deserving this. Justin Herbert is in his first year.
Weren't you up a couple scores on the Chiefs? You're bad. I don't feel sorry for Deshaun Watson. Texans are what they are. But, I mean, it's tough, the Anthony Lynn situation, because,
why did he get fired? I'm not privy to all the information as to why
it's true,
they let him
because
go.
last season they went 12-4 with him, right?
Right.
And this year,
which
you have
I don't remember
rookie quarterback.
That happened? They went 12-4 with Philip Rivers?
I read that today. I hope I didn't misread it.
He said, I think it was 2 years ago. There's no way Philip Rivers left the team after going 12-4.
No? I feel like checking that right now.
All right, I will Chargers.
While I Jesus Christ. Strong ass fingers. But I don't like this was probably just a frustrating year for the Chargers front office, because you lost a ton of games by like less than 3 points.
That's the Chargers way.
Except that season they went 12-4. So, hey, he got canned, and a lot of people were upset about it. A lot of people were upset about it because he's black.
Okay. So in 2018, his first season as head coach, which is pretty impressive. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. It was his second season as head coach. First season he went 9-7. Second he went 12-4, which still I don't remember Philip Rivers and the Chargers going 12-4. Good Lord. They lost in the wild card to the Ravens. Wait, what? Oh, I'm sorry. They beat the Ravens and then lost to the Patriots. God, the Patriots put up.
I remember that. Patriots whooped their ass. Right?
I remember that.
35-0 or something in the first
41-28 was the final. But yes, I do remember. I remember that. And then he went 5-11, then 7-9. So I guess he has been given 4 years. But
that's tough though. Like firing him after you went to the playoffs 2 years ago. You have a rookie quarterback now who's really fucking good. You had a lot of injuries on your team, so that's a tough fire. But They should have let. I feel like they should have. Now that he got fired, I'm like, damn, they should have let that ride. 'Cause
I mean, he just got Herbert, and Herbert's been playing amazingly. So why not say, hey, the quarterback looks like he's on the right track. Here's another shot at it. But
Chargers owner racist.
Yeah. That's
Who fires the coaches, owner or the GM?
Owner.
These owners don't know shit. These owners like 70, 80, 90 years old firing the head coach. They don't know shit. Fuck these owners.
So names that have been thrown around. We have Dan Mullen, surprisingly. Did you hear this?
For what?
For coach. Even offensive coordinator. His name's been thrown around for both. I'm like, when did that happen? When did he all of a sudden not want to be the leader of the Florida Gators?
Stay in college.
Yeah, that's a very weird name that's being thrown around for the NFL. I don't think it happens. Urban Meyer, we touched on that. Bills offensive coordinator, Brian Dable. Chiefs offensive coordinator, forgot his last name, first name, but his last name's Bieniemy. Bieniemy.
Eric?
Is it Eric Bieniemy? That sounds right. I think that's right. Titans offensive coordinator Arthur Smith.
Who are these people?
Yeah, well, you're about to know.
See, I'm the type of football fan that I don't know offensive coordinators. I don't know defensive coordinators. I know head coaches, kinda, and like quarterbacks, running backs, and like your star defensive player.
When I first started watching football, and I was like so obsessed, I knew all that shit. But I think it's about to start happening again since we have a reason to be more engaged. So
Yeah.
DM Kyle, tell him we'll let him in for like 5 because he's in the waiting room.
Hey.
So rank these teams in terms of attractiveness because here are the coaching openings: Jaguars, Jets, Chargers, Lions, Texans, Falcons. Yeah, I'll give you a brief little synopsis. Jaguars, most cap space in the NFL, 81 million. They have 2 firsts in the draft, 2 seconds. The Jets have 2 firsts. Well, I didn't know they had 2 firsts. They have 1 second, and they have 73 million, a lot of cap space as well, but the second pick. Chargers, they have Herbert, and they have 30 million in cap, no cap, and they have 1 first-round pick. The Lions, 10 million in cap, first-round pick. The Texans, negative 15 million, 0 first-round picks, 0 second-round picks, but they have Deshaun Watson. Falcons, negative 24 million in cap, no cap. They have a first-round pick. Oh, it's a 4th overall? Damn.
Yeah.
And they have a second-round pick. And they have, Matt Ryan, who's maybe towards the tail end of his career.
Yeah, Falcons fans are hoping to land Fields because he's from Georgia.
Well, they better hope that...
And he was supposed to... He did go to Georgia, and the coach... He transferred.
Well, they better hope that he has a bad game versus Bama because I think Fields will secure the number 2 pick if he has a good game versus Bama.
Yeah. Beating Saban puts you in like college football Hall of Fame.
I mean, I feel like Trevor Lawrence is living off of his freshman year win versus Bama.
Yeah, for sure.
He's obviously looks the part. He has the mechanics, and he only lost 2 games in his college career. But I think a lot of weight is put on that game.
Don't remember it, but I'll get to my
either.
Trevor Lawrence take later in the show. But if we got Kyle S. in the waiting room,
I'm saying no. Hold on, real quick. I'm saying Chargers. This is hard. Chargers or Jaguars? I flip and flop because Chargers. You already have Herbert. You know he's nice.
Yeah.
And you have a first-round pick, second, normal draft. You have some cap room, and you have Derwin James in the backfield, in the back end of the defense. You have Joey Bosa, right?
Yes.
It's not Nick.
Yes.
It's not Nick. It's Joey. You have Joey Bosa on defense. Like you have
Melvin
pieces.
Ingram.
You have a lot more pieces than the Jaguars. But in Jacksonville, you have no state income tax, and you have a lot of draft capital. So that's a tough one. I think I'd do Jacksonville just because of, I think I'd probably rather live in Florida than Cali. Maybe if Chargers were in San Diego, I'd pick them. But I think it goes Jaguars, Chargers, The Jets just seem cursed. And I know it's weird for me to say that because I'm a Jaguars
Bro,
fan.
Jets have nobody.
And the Lions are definitely cursed. They've been rebuilding since 1957.
It would definitely go Falcons, even though they're broke.
I guess Falcons. So Jaguars, Chargers, Falcons, Jets, Houston, Lions.
Houston above Lions?
Yes, just because Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
He's so good.
Lions got Stafford, and that's it. Falls off from there.
I mean, you might not even. It's going to take so long to rebuild the Texans, but having the quarterback is a big help. And J.J. Watt, if he gives press conferences every week, I think you're straight. Still so corny. I hate that. All right, so we're actually going to take a little detour and talk to two people that Eric said have won tens of thousands of dollars on his Jags at Home shit. Sorry, not shit, but show. Explain that.
Explain what? The show?
Explain how they won money, or maybe we can talk about it with them. But I think they need like a preface.
Yeah. So Kyle S is a guy that we see at the top of the leaderboard all the time. Before we changed the pricing rules, it was $2,500 per quarter. So he was winning $2,500 per quarter before we switched it to like 6 winners per quarter. So this man won like $27,000 throughout the season. He played every week, and I only know this because the other guy that's coming in tweeted me tonight saying that he won $5,000, and then Kyle S replied that he won $27K. So
casual.
We're gonna see how
they did
it, because there's a lot of Jags trivia, and this guy must be a Jacksonville historian,
or he has just Google open. We'll talk about it with him.
What's up, guys?
How's it going, Kyle S. and Josiah? Josiah, you look a little confused. You good? Can you hear us?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, good.
You guys are grinning ear to ear because you guys are rich as hell from Jags at Home this season.
It feels like it.
Is this where you guys sit when you do Jags at Home?
That's where I sit.
I sit on my I sit on my chair in my living room.
Do you guys have the Jags game like in view?
I do, yeah.
Or do you just like do the game?
I have them both, yeah.
Interesting. Yeah,
So
we're just talking about like how you did it.
yeah, tell us how much each of you won, and we'll start from there.
Go first, Josiah.
All right. Well, my exact amount was $5,050. Nowhere near Kyle's, but I mean, quite a bit for someone my age, 16.
Damn, I don't know what I would do with 5K at 16.
Yeah.
Is it so? How do they pay you? Do they pay you after each week?
They email you a couple days later after each win, and you fill out some papers and email them back, and then they send you a check.
Damn.
So they had Kyle's information on file then.
Yeah.
Just had the checks ready. So
Yeah,
you won
You're
5K.
You're
How much
probably
did you
already
win, Kyle?
like the Jaguars payroll. You probably have a do you have a 401k with the Jaguars?
The IRS is going to think I do. And it was definitely unreal, man. I got super lucky. But because of how they roll, they're paying out every 2 weeks or so. And I got lucky with a couple of first places. So one of the checks was actually $7,500. So I felt like a practice squad player or something.
So you say you got lucky. What do you mean?
Just playing. I mean, early on, I figured the game out quicker than everyone else did, I think. Just kind of lucky good with that kind of stuff. And I knew everyone else until about week 6, everyone was betting for the Jaguars and I was betting against them.
Yes.
And that worked heavily in my favor. And then once everyone else kind of caught on that they couldn't get their rooting interests involved with the game, everyone started betting against the Jags as well, and that made it way tougher.
Yeah. So that when I started, I probably wasn't able because I worked during the games, so I wasn't able to like give it my full attention. But my strategy would have been, and the couple times I did play, and I probably did this too late, was I was looking at every question and doing, what would people least likely, like what's the least likely? Because I think you have to be like one of the few that say a particular answer because you'll get more points and then everyone else. So I guess you kind of take your chances. If it's an obvious answer, then you'll go okay, this one, I'll go with the crowd on this one. But then if there's a question that's like, okay, I can take a chance here and say, you know what, this is probably one that not a lot of people will say, but it's probably the most likely to happen.
Right, for sure. Yeah, it was a balancing act between if I was ahead, I always guessed what I thought everyone else would guess to maintain my lead. And if I
Okay.
was behind, then I'd have to start risking it. Whether like I'd start betting on turnovers happening, which are unlikely, having one per quarter and that kind of thing. And if it happened, then I'd catch up. If not, then too bad.
I played during the Tax Slayer Bowl because they did similar game because they were playing in the Jag Stadium. And I played the quarter that you won, quarter two. I was like, Kyle S is here too for college football. What are you doing? And it was tough because I was trying to pick answers because it shows you the percentages of people that are picking. So that ruins me psychologically. So sometimes I would try to pick one that had a lesser percentage. But like sometimes the questions would pop up like, will this team get past midfield? The team would be at like the 40. So that's like an obvious one and stuff like that. But my thing with you is like, you were answering all these trivia questions like correctly. So I got to know, since you were in front of a computer, were you cheating?
No, I definitely did research beforehand though. After the first couple of weeks, like I started to realize how they were
What kind of questions they would
questions.
ask?
Yeah. So I started doing research on the other teams and like common players and coaches and all that stuff. Definitely like head-to-head records. And then I started thinking about pretty much I put myself in the game maker shoes. Like, what would I ask if I was hosting the trivia question? And then I looked up all the answers for that. I have, do I have any here? Like, here's my cheat sheet for the last game.
Damn.
So that, I don't know if that qualifies as, angling, but it definitely helped.
Josiah, did you have any strategy, or did you like get lucky a couple weeks? Did you make 5K in 1 week or throughout the whole season?
Well, I won the first 2.5 grand. Like I won the first quarter of week 1.
Oh shoot.
Man, you started strong.
Technically, I got to it before Kyle did.
Oh shit.
He's the OG.
But yeah, I won that 2.5 grand, and then I had a long stretch of winning nothing. And then I eventually caught back up, but it was after, because Kyle was winning like every single time. And I mean, as another person who was playing, I kind of grew a little hatred for Kyle. I was like, Kyle, I swear, can you stop winning? And then they eventually changed it to the top 5, and then I was able to start winning again. And I was like, okay, I don't hate him as much anymore. But
yeah, I think go ahead.
I also did research too before the game, but I didn't have a page like that. Like I do it on my computer, so I just have tabs of my research up to switch over to. So that's what I did.
Interesting.
Yeah, so the questions that they were coming up with, they were kind of similar because
Yeah.
I only saw like the Duval double ones. I didn't see all the stuff that you guys were picking. I literally only looked at like an iPad camera and then my feedback monitor. So I didn't see any of the chats. I didn't see what you guys were looking at, but I kind of like understood where they were going with these questions from the Duval double ones. They were asking about like former players, former head coaches, last time we swept the team. So if you're playing like every week for 4 quarters, I can see where you can like start to catch on with that. But you guys are smart, man. I don't think I would have did research if I was playing. So that separates the 27,000 and the 5,000 versus the 250 random winners that happened during the season. Did they ever pick you for a random winner, either of you, or
No,
Not me.
yeah, they're like, yeah, we can't.
Yeah, I didn't put much hope in that.
I would have been, they would have been pissed if they saw that Kyle won a $50 Amazon card. Shout out.
yeah, I remember
the chat got. Go ahead, man.
There were a couple weeks that like I was in, because I choked quite a few times. There were times that I could have probably won first place multiple times. There were times that I fell out of the leaderboard last second on the easiest questions. Like I remember there was one question, it still haunts me because I would have won $2,500.
Oh.
It was a question about which rookie scored their first touchdown against the Colts, and I actually
Cecil Shorts.
no, this season.
Oh.
And I knew
Chanel.
who it was. I knew who
Visca.
it was. It was Visca, but I choked. And before I went to click Visca, I was like, "Wait, was that James Robinson?" Even though that was the Titans. And then as soon as I clicked, I was like, I messed up, and then I dropped to 6th place, and I finished in 6th place.
Damn. Did Kyle win that week?
Yes. I remember one week the Jags at home. I think it's Jacob. He was because Kyle hadn't won anything for 3 quarters, and he was just like, "All right, are we pitching a shutout for Kyle this week?" And then Kyle wins 1st place,
Damn.
just to laugh at everybody.
And he was winning halftime hustle. It was random.
I quit halftime hustle like a couple weeks in. I won 2 2nd places, and then I was like, "Yeah, I give up on this." I just go eat. I go eat during halftime. That's when I get my food.
Was halftime just a random series of trivia questions?
Yeah, it was Spitfire trivia. I wish you could have played like live too, Eric, because I'm sure you would have been good at it, better than you were with the college games. Yeah, I mean, because stuff with the college games without like knowing the teams, and there wasn't much trivia, during that the tax layer one, but the Jag stuff. I mean, once you get the hang of it and stuff like we're, me, you, and Andy are all the same generation, so we kind of know a little bit more than Josiah. No offense, man, but we lived this stuff and you didn't, and kind of an unfair advantage. So
Already, Josiah, you're 16.
Yeah, I'm 16. I mean, I've been a diehard Jags fan for only a couple years. I mean, my whole family's been a Jags fan my whole life, but I really didn't get into football or sports at all until maybe like the year before 2017.
That was like me so I didn't really get into football like until the year before 2007, and then the Jaguars went to the playoffs 2007.
Yeah.
So for you, the Jaguars went to the playoffs 2017. So it's very similar.
Yeah, I thought we were gonna be good.
Yeah.
But so for being 16, I do know a lot of stuff. But I mean, to be fair, like I have done a lot of research and stuff to kind of make up for the years that I didn't watch. So like I have hatred for the 1999 Titans, even though I wasn't born.
See, me, I find that hard. My hatred really only comes from what I've experienced. Like I don't have any, like I know my friends that are older than me, like that live in Jacksonville, despise the Titans, and for that reason, I was like, I can't pull any emotion from that. Like I just didn't live that. So I hate the Titans for what they've done to me, my experience. Yeah. But I don't have that 99 passion, which really is really deep.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as I read about it and I saw like the articles and people
You're like, fuck the Titans.
they stole our playbook, and I'm like, wow, we could have gone 19-0. Could have been, so nobody could say you guys never went to a Super Bowl. But
yeah,
now
it hurts deeper because the Jags have a handful of winning seasons in their entire existence. So
aren't you glad though, Josiah, that they didn't make the Super Bowl, because now we get to experience it for the first time with everyone.
That's fair. But I mean, I would like to have a 19-0 season in our history. Because if you think about it, Dolphins fans suck right now. They're garbage. I mean, they did good this year, but Tua kind of choked their season away. But well, they have they're not 19-0.
72.
There were less games, but they have their undefeated in Super Bowl win. That if anything comes to it, they can use that. Yeah. We don't have a Super Bowl to fall on like Tom Brady or Tom Brady fans, Patriots fans. They can be like, oh, we suck, but we have 6 rings. And all these other fan bases, we have nothing. So if we had that 19-0 season, I could be like, hey, at least we had a 19-0 season.
We have Jags at home, man.
That is true.
Hey, did you win $5,000 watching your team go 1-15? No.
I mean, I was numb to the pain. I just wanted money. That was it.
Yeah, it's a good season to do it. It's a good season to do it.
By like week 4, after we lost to the Bengals, it was everyone that was coming back was only there for the money. That's why Kyle S won everything. He's just like picking against us because like once we lost to the Bengals, we knew where the season was headed. But
unfortunately, so yeah, Jags at home definitely saved the season, and Trevor Lawrence too. But
yes, it's a good segue. It's where we're headed. But I don't have any information if this is going to happen next year. We didn't even have a follow-up meeting today. So
hey, I think we had a little inside discussion that I think Ashlyn was sick this week because they were testing Eric to see how he would handle a solo.
Doing it alone?
Yeah.
Are they trying to cut Ashlyn off? Like slowly get her off the show. Gotta get the pay down.
Yeah. Maybe give you guys more money.
I don't know. There was
That's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
I started thinking
Layoffs.
about that. I don't know. Like if we're back in the stadiums next season, then I'm
You're
not-
gonna want to tailgate, right?
Yeah, I want to tailgate. I want to be in the stadiums. I want to be hammered fighting fans and recording that, you know.
Patriots game.
But but I'm sure they're not going to be giving away $100,000 during $160,000 during a season.
Yeah, I was stunned when that they did it in the first place, you know. But yeah, I'd rather be in the stadium too. I mean, money is money, but nothing replaces tailgating
Yes.
and being there, especially when we win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I remember the week 3 Titans last year. That was, I think, my first Jags game I'd ever been to. And that was
Whoa.
electric, especially on the fumble recovery at the beginning. I mean, because there were more people there because it's Thursday night.
Oh, the night game. Oh man, that
Minshew Mania game.
Bud Light friend zone.
that was electric. Oh my god.
Yeah, I have the picture of Minshew smiling with a thumbs up after the game. I printed that picture out and I have it in my Jags collection area.
Nice.
Even when Minshew's gone, that just a memory right there.
Good night.
Good times. We're probably clearing the entire quarterback room.
Unfortunately.
There goes my Beowulf custom Jaguars jersey.
Oh
That's
man.
why, that's why I put my name on it.
Yeah, I thought it was a given. I thought he's set in stone, but my jersey curse continues.
Don't get Trevor, man.
I'll put it next to my.
Don't
Yeah,
get
right. I am
Trevor.
not going to. I promise.
I have Foles, Minshew, Josh Allen, and myself.
Yikes.
Hey, 2 out of 4 of those.
Yeah, 2 out of 4 ain't bad.
The Foles jersey was like my first jersey, and I just thought, oh, new quarterback, he won a Super Bowl MVP. I didn't really know, but that was before I started learning anything. That was very basic, and I saw Foles, he won a Super Bowl MVP, so I thought he was going to be the future forever.
What was he? 0-6 as a Jaguar?
Yeah,
Something like that.
0-6.
That was that
Damn.
season. I went to like as many games as I could, and I remember when we were at the Colts. I think that was the game Foles returned. He did
Yeah, it
absolutely nothing and got hurt again. I was so pissed.
I was with all my friends at my house for week 1. That was rough. Miles Jack got ejected. Foles went down.
Oh, Chiefs. Yeah.
Jeez.
But hey, Minshew started things there.
He did.
Yep.
He did. Well, thank you guys for playing Jags at home all season. Congrats on your winnings. And this was a very impromptu discussion. I'm glad y'all could come on. I hope the Jags don't see this.
Thanks for having us, man. Yeah, you're a great host.
Yeah,
Love the
thanks.
podcast. So.
Appreciate it.
Thank
You
you.
made it entertaining. You weren't a lame host like a lot of shows.
Oh, I thought you was gonna say like someone
Like,
else.
someone else.
I'll just
Throwing shade. Love it. Hey, y'all have a good night.
You too, bud.
you too. See ya.
So, yeah. All right, that was cool talking to people who have more money in their bank accounts than I, especially a 16-year-old.
16.
So I'm looking at our game picks. We're about to talk about this last week, how the playoffs formed, and I'm looking at, did you update this? Because I'm not still 96 and 96.
I did not update this. I actually conceded last week. I forgot that you were at 500 and needed your updated record. I was only thinking about myself and said, fuck the record.
Oh,
But we can do it live.
I have to find out if I'll find. Okay, I'll do it as we go. Bills, Dolphins. Dolphins at Bills. Bills are favored by 3. Bills had really nothing to play for except a seeding difference. But were they going to try too hard? But they started Josh Allen, and apparently that's all you need to do if you're the Bills to just wreck. They're just wrecking everyone right now. And they wrecked the Dolphins, who the Dolphins had everything to play for, and they still wrecked them. Tua, who has thrown not a lot of interceptions this year, threw 3. I got to check to see if our boy JP got one. I don't think so. I think we would have known.
No, he didn't. There was a guy on the Bills, number 31, who I thought was Poyer. I saw him get a pick. I was like, is that Poyer? Well, I got excited. Well, I'm a fanboy.
Was it Minka? What's the other guy's name?
Micah Hyde.
Micah
That
Hyde.
wasn't him.
I
It
keep
wasn't
thinking
him,
Minka
though.
Fitzpatrick. So the Bills, who really didn't have much to play for, put up 56. So that makes me very nervous for the Colts, who have to play the Bills in week 1 of the playoffs. Good luck with that. Dolphins may have. Did they miss their relief pitcher? Did they miss Ryan Fitzpatrick, who was out for, what was it, COVID?
He wasn't beating the Bills. Let's be realistic.
But come on. Still be more entertaining than the
Whoever the fuck came in for him.
Tagovailoa. Stop me if you've heard this before. Another Alabama quarterback looks bad in the NFL.
Mac Jones next.
Speak on that. What do you think? I'm thinking the Dolphins. They have the 3rd pick.
That's crazy.
I think they should have someone in mind, but they should also have a quarterback where they say, if this guy's available, we got to do something. Whether it's the guy from BYU, whether it's Justin Fields, whoever they love more. What are you doing? I mean, think about it. They can get to they can probably get it's definitely not going to be a first, just because it feels like once it's like a used car or a new car. You drive it off the lot, and it's automatically not a first-round pick anymore. So I feel like that's what Tua is. We saw a little bit too much, so we're not going to give you a first-round pick. Maybe I just don't see a team, because we already know who he is. Well, we don't, but we already know what his first year is, so we can project. Justin Herbert, he'd get a first round pick, maybe 2.
We can't
3.
though. We can't. I don't like that logic, because Josh Allen was ass. Now he's
true. So
chilling.
Maybe someone can see into the future with Tua. Maybe the Patriots. Well, the Patriots won't trade with the Dolphins, but a team with a later round pick who's, normally consistently good, who won't mind spending a late round pick on Tua. But anyway, that's probably not going to happen. What I'm saying is, Tua's value is high if you do draft a quarterback, or if you do plan on drafting a quarterback, because you don't see Tua projecting as well as the person that you draft. Trade Tua now. It's probably not going to happen, because this is not how teams really operate. But if it were me and a quarterback that I really like dropped to me, Tua's out.
Didn't they do that to Josh Rosen? He had like half a season, and then he got traded, and now he's not on the team anymore.
The Cardinals, do you think they regret doing that? Saying,
Absolutely
hey, we
not.
have a chance to get Kyler Murray here, quarterback. And in this draft, where do you think Kyler Murray's going? He's probably going 2nd or 3rd.
I don't know. I think the Dolphins keep Tua for some reason. I feel like they like him. I feel like they're not going to judge him off of the second half of the season, because they barely missed playoffs.
I think the
that's what
Dolphins
they're gonna
trade
use.
down if they don't take a quarterback.
And I don't think not taking a quarterback is crazy of them, because Tua, I mean, though he went to Bama and Bama quarterbacks suck dick, he has to grow a little. It's a hard league. Fuck. Who comes out and just? Not every quarterback is going to be the best in the first season.
Yeah, I think if Herbert wasn't a thing this year, I think the pressure on Tua wouldn't be as high. But people are seeing what Herbert's doing, and they're like, "What? Why isn't Tua doing this? Why isn't Tua doing anything close to this?"
Because people want quick results. Sometimes it don't happen.
It is very impressive, though. Flores, the head coach of the Dolphins, who I think will win Coach of the Year, so impressive how they go from 5-11 to 10-6 in one season, with pretty much alternating quarterbacks whenever he saw fit.
Fitzpatrick was eating for no reason.
He was.
That boy was just tossing TDs on everybody, including us. So your updated record is now 97-96. You're
Yes,
above
'cause I got
500.
that one right. We both did. Hey, I got to. So I got someone liked a Bills account liked one of my tweets, and I was like, oh boy, what's this? Another one of my old Josh Allen takes. So I look at it, and it's from June this past year. Gil Brandt tweeted asking everyone to rank the AFC East quarterbacks: Josh Allen, Sam Darnold, Cam Newton, Tua Tagovailoa. And I said, I can't remember if I was trolling. Maybe a little troll, but still, this just,
I think you were serious.
shows my just distrust in Josh Allen. I said Sam Darnold 1, which you might agree with that one.
I do.
Tua 2, Cam Newton 3, Josh Allen 4. Disgust, and I'm not deleting it. Say I will.
You won't.
I won't. Exactly.
It's nice to have trash takes live on Twitter like that. Mine do. Every tweet of mine.
So I got old takes exposed.
You did. Ravens at Bengals. Ravens were favored by 13. We both punched the fuck out of that spread. So Andy jumps to 98 and 96.
Let's go. We're above 500.
I think you may imagine you.
No, I'm gonna.
500.
No, you say that, but I could easily drop 5 in a row.
You could. You usually start with like 4 wins and then it just.
Yes,
tanks.
I do. Especially last week.
But we didn't pick all the games, so like maybe that'll help you.
Look at this damn game. 38-3, Ravens win.
It's the Bengals.
This game just seems it just got college stats written all over it. First of all, the score 38-3. Tell me that ain't Bama versus fucking
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame. True.
Trash.
404 rushing yards by the Ravens. That's so college. Why the Bengals played?
Why that's Army.
Ravens are they're hardly throwing the ball anymore. They're kind of like, this is the kind of analogy I want to make. It's like when I play Madden and I've been having a hard time throwing the ball, like I'm on I'm playing franchise mode, and God, I miss that so much. But Madden's trash, so I don't play. I don't buy it. I don't buy into their, here we've upgraded some things. I'm going off on a tangent, but I'm done with Madden until some big changes happen. So on Madden, if I'm in franchise mode, I'll be playing with my quarterback. I want the stats to be nice. So if I start stinking and I'm in a rut, I'm like, I got to keep passing. And then you keep passing, you throw picks. You're just in your head. So I think the Ravens, they said, let's go back to running the ball. And ever since the Jaguars game, that's a get right game for a lot of people. And I think that was for them as well. They got right versus us. And Lamar Jackson hasn't been throwing as much, and they've been running it down everyone's throat. And I think it's a great recipe for the playoffs coming up. I don't like how you ranked them so low.
Because I disagree.
You think Lamar Jackson come playoff time is going to have to make those plays?
They're on a 5-game winning streak. They beat the Cowboys, Browns, Jags, Giants, and Bengals. Relax. Get right game.
It's all NFL
They
teams,
played
though.
shitty. They played shitty ass motherfuckers.
They're all NFL teams, though. Except for the Jaguars. That can be argued.
Giants can as well. Who's the last team? Oh, Bengals. Bengals went at the top 5 pick.
Yes,
So-
and they were looking like I think they won too many in the last half of the season without Joe Burrow.
That's true.
They were supposed to have maybe the 3rd pick in the draft, but they messed around and won a couple games. One of notably the Texans, I believe they beat.
They beat the Steelers.
It's Texans, Steelers. Maybe that was 2 in a row. I think they won back to back. Don't.
Them and the Jets went on win streaks.
Yeah,
It's like,
small
see
win
ya.
streaks, but they're win streaks. So yeah, they dropped to pick 4 or 5 in the draft. I think they're 4, but they may have won themselves out of. Have you heard of this tackle out of Oregon, Sewell?
So when there's like a tackle or a guard, usually not a guard, but if there's a tackle that's like top 3 projected, I have no fucking idea who it is.
But I had to look this guy up because I thought he was a running back for some reason. But apparently it's this generational offensive tackle for Oregon. He's a Hawaiian guy, or he's
course.
a Samoan guy. Yeah, right. Why is that? Why do they get Marcus Mariota, this guy, Monte Teo?
in general, like the
I'm
Samoan.
waiting for you to correct me that Monte Teo went to Notre Dame, but you didn't.
Because I wasn't thinking about Oregon fucking recruiting Samoan guys. I'm just saying, like, why are all Samoans big ass motherfuckers?
Shout out to The Rock.
Tua, is he Samoan or just Hawaiian?
I think. Don't know. I think the
Boy,
Bengals.
I've been forgot about Manti Te'o.
Bengals will still take a offensive
Tackle. Yeah, they better.
They
Shit.
have to. They may
Need somebody
be.
to
They may
block
trade
Chase
up with
Young.
the Jets. They may trade up with the Dolphins. I bet they
Uh,
trade up with the Dolphins and take Sewell. Sewell.
Steelers at Browns. Here's an L for you. Browns were favored by 8.5 here, and you picked Steelers. Browns won.
No, I
You
picked
picked your
Browns.
record. Oh wait, damn, I'm blue. My dumb ass.
You've been blue for 3 years, 3.5 years.
Oh, I'm colorblind. So another dub for you. 3 games above 500.
No, this is an L.
What?
I
Oh,
picked
spread.
I picked the Browns. I picked the Browns to win by more than 8.5. They only won by 2, so it's an L. Browns are not really going into the playoffs very hot. I mean, when they beat the Ravens, they looked hot, but right now, I mean,
I've been roasting them for like the past 5 weeks.
Would they barely beat the Steelers, and the Steelers? Did they even start? No, they didn't even start Ben. But to be honest, that offensive system, like, is like, do you need Ben? It's kind of boring.
Still though, like if you're the Browns and you're like having to stop the Steelers reserves on a 2-point conversion to save your playoff hopes, you're playing the Steelers again in the playoffs. I'm taking the Steelers in a landslide.
First time in 17 years the Browns make the playoffs.
Hey, yes, I'm happy for that. I'm like, congrats on the playoffs though, like because I got a lot of friends that are Browns fans and they are also Ohio State fans. So I'm not. It's usually how it goes. Ohio State, Cleveland, hand in hand. But
So where's Cincy? If you're a Bengals fan, what's your college team?
Cincy by Kentucky.
So you're saying they're Kentucky Wildcats?
Literally like bordered with Kentucky.
Interesting.
Cincinnati.
I had no idea that's where Louisville was, next to Ohio.
I didn't say Louisville. I said just the state, Kentucky. I don't know where Louisville is. I think that's
Oh, I thought
further away
Louisville
from
was a
Cincy.
state. My bad.
Why you tanked.
They
Cowboys.
They mocked Juju in the locker room. Did you see that?
I did. Yes, I did see that. I cringed.
Do you think that works as motivation for the Steelers? Is that possible? Like,
don't
can
think they
you
need
work?
any.
Can you? Is it like a reverse psychology move by Juju to have done that, which he shouldn't have done, which works as motivation for another team? But if another team does it work for motivation for you, or does it cancel out? I don't know. Guess we'll see. Guess we'll see how the Steelers come out.
I think it makes the Browns look kind of goofy.
Corvette.
Because, like,
How many? Yeah. I don't know the words. I don't want to get.
they won the game, but they lost the division, and they beat Mason Rudolph.
Yeah, true. That's kind of cringe.
That's why I cringe. I'm like, you won the game, but you were supposed to.
Did
You
Juju
literally
even-
were favored by 8.5.
Did Juju even play?
I don't know.
Damn it! I wish he knew more.
Sometimes I do. Sometimes you're like, how you know that? It just depends what you ask. I did not watch this game. I didn't have Red Zone Sunday, so I was
Wait, really?
stuck.
You could have streamed it. You had
I was-
all the 1 p.m. games to watch.
I was stuck on Bills Dolphins all afternoon, and I was grilling outside because I
You don't.
I had to post this fucking
You
thing
grill?
for this grill. It's just this little grill I had that the Jags
George
sent, but I had
Foreman?
to post. My Bernie grill. That's what it's called. Little log. You don't watch my
have a
stories, so
log.
you wouldn't know.
I do.
Cowboys at Giants. Giants needed this dub and a football team lost to get in the playoffs. They got half of that. They got the dub versus the Cowboys. I mean, yes, they won 23-19, and you got a dub here.
So what is that
picked-
at now? What am I at?
I looked twice because these colors are fucking me. 99 and 97.
Oh boy.
2 games, but you're getting close.
I like it.
Plenty of games though to.
I think the Jags covered though.
Hey, don't worry about that. So Cowboys fans, all I got to say to you is Dak's coming back. You guys got a good pick. It's looking up for you still.
It's it's always looking up for the Cowboys. They're basically why the term glass ceiling was coined. It's always looking up for you guys, but you just can't quite get there. I didn't really watch any of this game. I don't even think I've seen any highlights.
There weren't any, clearly. 23-19. It's got to be a lot of field goals. I did see Greg
score.
Zerloin kicking a lot of field goals in the box score, so no highlights to see there. Jags at Colts. Colts were favored by 14. They won by exactly 14. Is that a dub?
This is just doesn't count. It's a wash.
Oh,
it's a push, is what they say.
How is that a push though? If they have to actually surpass the spread to win money.
Yeah. I think you just get your money back if the spread is 14 and a team wins by 14. It's just wash out. No one gets anything.
Fucking Vegas. All I got to say about this is Jonathan Taylor. I was kind of salty when Colts drafted him because I knew he was going to be nice in this league. Plus, you give him that offensive line. Woo! That boy had 247 rush yards on our ass. So we got a Derrick Henry and a Jonathan Taylor problem.
Bro.
Yikes.
He had how many?
He had 247.
How many carries did he have? Could he have gone for 300 if he wanted to?
Probably. He had over 20 carries.
Bro.
30 carries.
30 carries. What are the Jaguars' issues? Is it the D-line?
253 yards and 2 touchdowns.
How you do that?
I do not remember him getting 253 yards. I watched this.
So that's the second back in the year to go over 200 on us, and the other one was also in the AFC South. So we definitely have a defensive line issue. Put it lightly.
We need to get Trevor Lawrence so we can start having some outscoring battles.
Yeah, so we make the teams pass the ball. And they'll probably still eat us up there. What we need is Leonard Williams.
Oh, I thought you were going to say somebody else. I think if we get Trevor Lawrence and a competent offensive coordinator, head coach, we're going to have 35, 28 games all next season. Our defense is still going to be ass. Packers at Bears. Packers are favored by 4.5. You picked Bears.
Yikes! Why did I do that? Aaron Rodgers owns. I don't think I've ever seen Aaron Rodgers lose to the Bears, and I don't think I've ever seen a close game. So why I picked the Bears, I don't remember. I know in Patreon I was a little out of it. But for me to pick the Bears? Are you kidding me? I thought,
I think we were speculating if Rodgers was playing. Clearly he did. 4 touchdown passes this game. But I
started 10 of 10 and he had 3 touchdowns at one point.
Jesus Christ.
The stats
in our power ranking.
The stats this year for them are dumb. He's clearly wrapped up the MVP award. I hope. Well, it's not a contest. I mean, yes, there's going to be people that vote for Josh Allen probably, and maybe a vote for King Henry. But I don't think. Remember when Russell Wilson was like the unanimous MVP by week 5? It's funny how much the NFL changes. And then we saw Aaron Rodgers.
Russell Wilson had 12, 13 touchdowns, no picks. We were like, wow.
And Aaron Rodgers had that game versus the Bucks where they just didn't do anything. They got blown out on prime time. Right? That was the Packers that played poorly, not the Bucks, right? Okay, I don't know why I ask you things. I don't know what you do. Do you watch the games? Do you remember anything?
I've been busy this season. 1:00 games. Was that a prime time game?
But you knock early because you go to the gym in the morning.
Packers, man. Why you mocking me like it's a bad thing?
Because I need your undivided sports attention. Okay.
Hey, rough year. Maybe I wasn't.
It's your best ever.
Maybe I wasn't all in. Sorry on these fucking games. Maybe I didn't want to watch a Sunday night football game one night. Fuck. Sundays be tough sometimes. That's why we have critics on Twitter to let us know after the episode.
Yeah, I love when that happens. I'm like, oh, okay. I know. It's bad because we get so much wrong. It's so bad. I'm like, why do you guys listen? If that's that wrong, why do you listen?
Well, PTI has an error segment, so
They do. If we had, I think once we take this podcast bigger, the goal is to have someone there looking it up.
they'll be working.
That will be fun to turn to them. Hey, what did we fuck up?
Camera cuts to them.
They'll say, "How long do you have, Drew?"
My dad's
Gotta get
directing.
5 minutes. Your dad. He has like his headphones on. He has his clipboard. He's like, "All right, camera 1, take 1.
Camera 1.
Stand by camera 2, take 2."
My dad will label the camera. That's for the what we going to call the guy, the reviewer, the analyst, spotter,
Call him Google.
researcher.
All right, so here are these stats. Listen to stats. Aaron Rodgers, touchdown passes on the year, 48. Remember when Peyton Manning had that dumb season? He's threw 55. This is just such a quiet, weird season for Rodgers. 48 touchdowns. Their punter only punted 46 times. He threw more touchdowns than they punted the ball.
That is
Take a sip of my
irrelevant
drink
but
while you
crazy.
think about that.
Irrelevant but crazy.
It's not irrelevant. It's a big indicator. It's a stat everyone always talks about. How many? What's the pass touchdowns to punt ratio? Everyone talks about that.
Yes.
Next one, another popular one. Devontae Adams has more touchdowns than Mason Crosby has field goal attempts. What?
Oh, makes sense. That man threw 4 touchdown passes a game. The boy was never kicking. MVP wrapped up. Packers Super Bowl. Give it to me.
Oh God, I can't wait. I can't wait for Rodgers to be in Tampa and play the
Bills. Come on,
see.
you want that.
I want to say it, but I don't.
What's crazy to me is how's Aaron Rodgers doing this season? And his first Super Bowl, first and only Super Bowl was like what, 06?
11. All right.
Wow.
06. That was Brett Favre was still a starter. Lord.
Fucking Donald Driver was in the league.
06 was Bears Colts. Thank you very much.
Damn, you're nice.
I
Why
am
we don't
a-
need a researcher? I'm just saying, like, Aaron Rodgers been this good since his last Super Bowl. Why it took so long for him to get to this type of level again, couldn't tell you. Is it coaching? System? Eddie Lacy? I don't know. But we got
Eddie Lacy.
This is random. Cardinals at Rams. Cardinals are favored by 3. Rams won 18-7. Andy picked the Rams. Thank God you needed that one.
Whew. What are we at now?
You are 198
Oh my
with
God.
2 games left.
So I have a chance to end up at 500. Fuck.
3 games left.
I'm not going to cheat. I'm not going to look ahead. Jalen Ramsey smothered DeAndre Hopkins. And the Rams won. What was my reasoning? So I picked the Rams because I'm like, if Jared Goff doesn't play, it's really the system. Like, Jared Goff ain't great, but put the system in there. Put a quarterback in there. Just run the system. Got a defense that, they got Jalen Ramsey. He loves playing DeAndre Hopkins.
Neither Goff nor Kyler Murray played this game. So
Kyler Murray didn't have any snaps.
he was hurt. So he did not play at all. So the only people watching this game were Cardinals, Rams,
you on that one.
and Bears fans. Come on, I pay attention in some aspects of football. Man City's fact checking me.
How confident are you? Because Kyler Murray went 8 for 11 for 87 yards. So looks like
He played the whole game.
No.
All right then.
No, you said that Kyler Murray did not play at all. I said Kyler Murray had some
Basically
snaps.
didn't.
Oh my! He went 7 of 11. You just delivered the biggest load of cap I've ever seen on the show. You were so confident.
Well, we do that a lot.
All right, but you just
It'll probably happen
you deserve
again.
punishment in some aspects.
What's my punishment? Let's keep it fucking moving. Fuck. Saints at Panthers. Saints are favored by 7. Saints won 33-7, and you're smart. So if you picked the Panthers here, I would have had to end the show.
So is this me above 500? Am I good?
You're good. I think you're good. Now there's 2 games left, and there's no shot.
So I could at worst I could end 101 and 100.
Correct.
Thank God I didn't play those 2.
And
weeks.
you will.
Oh shit, I will.
I looked ahead.
Shit. Why can't the Titans just finish a team? They looked like they had the Texans dead to rights. Is it the first?
Yeah, Texans win. Let's set this up. Titans are favored by 7.5. Titans won 41-38, but they, like Andy said, they did have like a 20-something plus lead. Texans went on like a 20-0 run, like it's basketball. And I was hyped because Colts were whooping our ass, and I would love to see the Texans beat the Titans and come back like that. But Titans, they've been doing this shit all year. Game-winning field goals to end their games for some goddamn reason. And it wasn't even Gostkowski. It was this backup rookie kicker. And he doinked that shit in. But, oh, my God, that pass to AJ. The replay, I saw it live, but I really didn't see it live. I looked at the replay. That man Tannehill threw from his own 20, completed all the way down to the other 20. I was like, holy fuck.
I hate admitting that pass kind of fired me up.
AJ Brown? Who's this guy? Where'd he come from?
18 seconds left, I think, and Tannehill just one-on-one coverage that normally never happens with that little time left, and you're on your 20, and you just fire it in a perfect pass. This whole team doesn't make sense, really. Like the fact that in this day and age of football, you can give Derrick Henry 30 carries a game, and he'll get 2,000 yards on the season. How about the Titans having 2,000? Did they have 2,000 rushers? Was CJ2K? Now you got. I'm trying to think of a fun name. Derrick Henry 2K.
Don't
2K
give that man a
DH.
pet name.
All right, King Henry.
King.
Derrick Henry surpassing 2. I swore it wasn't gonna happen. I was like, he's not gonna get 200 yards. The Texans know they're giving it to Derrick Henry. They're gonna stop him. They couldn't. I don't understand. And then Ryan Tannehill reviving his career. This maybe Vrabel deserves heck. I guess that would be my second pick for head coach of the year. He is something else. The way that they operate this team, it's sad because the Titans are always going to be a thorn in our side. I can't stand them. I want them to be trash again. It's not fair. But
Derrick Henry having 250 yards was news to me. So fuck.
You didn't know that? Yeah, he surpassed 200. It's disgusting.
250? Shit.
Deshaun Watson finished with the 15th highest passer rating of the league, you say, this year? No. Of all time. The 15th highest passer rating ever. And the Texans won 4 games. That is how much of a clusterfuck this team is. And do you see, oh, it's okay. You have the 3rd pick in the draft. No.
Nope.
You don't have a pick in the first round. All right, well, at least you'll have maybe the 35th pick No! You have no 2nd round pick either. Yikes.
But you got Deshaun Watson, who also led the league in passing yards because Mahomes sat out the final week.
So yeah, you'll have entertaining games, but you're gonna rebuild a team, and you can't. Oh, it's okay. Maybe we'll. We won't have draft picks, but we'll get free agent. No, you have no cap space.
You
have
broke.
less than no cap space. You owe money to the league. You owe Roger Goodell.
And you're in the hurricane hot spot. Houston, you have a problem.
Yikes. Imagine living in Houston.
Sorry. A lot of our listeners do.
Houston fans on suicide watch if James Harden gets his trade.
He's getting it. That man out. They got Christian Wood, though.
Not going to say it, but y'all know what I'm thinking.
And the game that we all were so glad that ended our Week 17 football team, a.k.a. Bruce Dunn's squad, at Eagles. Football team was favored by 3.5. They won by 6. Andy picked Eagles. Give him this L. He finishes 101 and 100.
I love it. Right above 500.
I would love that at record as well, but I'm trash.
Big controversy out of this game, huh?
Yeah, big.
I still don't
big
understand
controversy.
it.
Here you go.
So Doug Peterson pulls. Did he pull Hurts because we were doing the Zoom hangout, so I wasn't really paying attention too much to the game. I don't understand why he pulled Hurts. Did he pull him after an interception? Did he pull him after he got hit? What was the idea here, and how did he defend it?
We were both in the same Zoom call, but
I know.
He defended it exactly how I thought he would, because one of the guys that was in our Discord call was an Eagles fan, and we talked about it after the game. I was like, he's going to come out here on the podium and say putting Sudfeld in gave them the best opportunity to win after Jalen Hurts had a bad throwing game, but he had 2 rush touchdowns, and those were Jalen Hurts' points that were on the board.
And you're trying to develop this guy, so you want to, see what he has and get some momentum for going into next year.
Right. So I don't know what came over Doug Peterson during the game, but he takes Jalen Hurts out, puts in Nate Sudfeld, whatever, and the game on both ends of the ball goes downhill from there. Turnovers by both teams, like every possession. There was 3 points scored total in the second half. So my thing is, if Jalen Hurts had stayed in, even if he was passing the ball terribly, I think he would have at least scored one more touchdown rushing, at least, to put the Eagles above them, because fucking football team was playing like complete shit the entire second half. Alex Smith was fumbling. They couldn't get any run game going, and it was awful. It was awful second half.
If this was a tank, what's the advantage for the Eagles? How many draft picks did they move up? Doug Pearson doesn't give a shit about that, does he? 3. Ooh. Shit. Oh,
it was the difference between 9th pick and 6th. Is
and
that
that's it.
huge?
That might be the difference between Devontae Smith. Is that his name?
Yes.
And someone
Pitts.
else. Pitts. I don't know. I'm probably going Pitts there, but shit, man. I don't think he's tanking for draft picks. 3 picks, they don't give a shit about that. I don't know what happened. I can't explain. I want to see what Doug Peterson. I'm gonna do, just because I'm super curious. I'm gonna do a quick.
Bro, his explanation is ass.
I'm gonna do a quick.
Jalen Hurts is clearly the quarterback you want to lead your team in the future. You've already said that by not playing Carson Wentz the rest of the season. Why are you pulling him out in the game to put in the very last game that doesn't matter?
Oh, and I forgot about this. When the Eagles were trying to stop the football team on 4th down, they were, the Eagles down 14-20, 2 minutes left. If they get a stop, they'll get the ball back at midfield, literally midfield. The Eagles jump offside. How do you jump offside when you know the situation? So that was interesting, but I don't think the players would be in on it. I searched Twitter for Doug Peterson. Oh, here we go. All right, let's see. I guess I'll share my screen so you guys can hear it too.
The players are never in on it.
Hopefully we don't get demonetized.
Depends on who the video's from. Why it's NFL Network.
Can't hear it.
Yes, I was coaching and to win. Yes, that was my decision solely. Nate has obviously been here for 4 years, and I felt that he deserved an opportunity to get some snaps. And listen, if there's anything out there that thinks that I was not trying to win the game, I mean, Ertz is out there, Brandon Graham's out there, Darius Slay's out there. All our top guys are still on the field at the end. So we were going to win the game. Yes.
That. So you're saying Sudfield or whatever his name is has a chance next year to be your starting quarterback? I smell cap.
Bro, the defense was playing phenomenally for the Eagles. You keep Hurts in, you're winning that game. The defense was on point.
That's so weird. What a weird situation.
Nate Sudfield, who
Apparently
he
he's
wanted
been there
to
for the past
he wanted
4
to give
years.
him snaps in the last 2 quarters of your season.
Bitch, that's what preseason like. No, I don't buy that. As much as I don't believe that he cares about whether they like, as much as I don't think he really did that on purpose, I can't buy that. I can't buy that he wanted to give him snaps. What for? You have Jalen Hurts, who you started the last 3 weeks. He's played great, not great, but he looks very promising. Keep giving him snaps. There's something weird there. Something very weird. I don't like it.
And
Giants fans are livid.
yeah,
For
they are.
you think that for good reason. But
Yeah.
I highly
I
disagree.
saw the Giants, former Giants players and current tweeting.
Oh, did what's his
funny.
face tweet?
Saquon tweeted.
Did
Eli tweeted.
Oh, really?
Eli quote tweeted Saquon's tweet. Saquon said something along the lines of, "Can someone tell me what the hell's going on here, or what is going on right now?" And Eli quote tweeted it saying, "This is why we hate the Eagles."
Did what's Strahan say?
I don't know. And I think Fletcher Cox replied to Eli saying, "This is we hate the Giants too," or like we hate you too.
Oh, that's
So.
good. I like that.
Yeah. So, but like this whole thing about the Giants only winning 6 games, like I get it. Like, don't rely on other teams to help you get in the playoffs, but literally that's how it happens every year. Someone always needs help to get in. Look at the Bills when Andy Dalton beat the fucking Ravens at the end of the season. It happens.
But you know the standard to make the playoffs every year. You know you got to get to 10. You can't win 6 games and complain.
The whole division was ass.
Don't
So
care.
that's the rules in the NFL. You win your division, you're in. So if the entire division is shit, 6 games, and you're playing with every
That's
team in your
such-
division, and that's the level of talent you're playing with in the NFC
And
East this
that's
season.
in your pride, like as a coach, for the Giants coach to come out and complain about it.
That was soft.
That mentality, like I don't want that mentality in my building. Like if you're saying, "Oh man, I'm really upset that they looked like they weren't trying to win," and you had 6 wins on the year, how embarrassing! I don't want that in my locker room. I don't want you complaining about you not making the playoffs with 6 wins. Get the
Yeah.
fuck out of here. You think Bill Belichick's saying that shit?
Let the podcast host say that, but have the coach saying that is kind of like, you should have.
You know what Bill Belichick would say? We had 6 wins. We don't deserve to make playoffs.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, well, I think that's how many wins the Patriots had, like 6 or 7. Bill Belichick ain't coming out here and saying that shit, but it looked purposeful watching the game live. But
Yeah, I don't like that. Don't like it one bit. Not that
and Jalen Hurts was seen on the sideline mouthing the words, "It's
Fuck.
not right.
Oh, it's not right.
It's
Yeah,
not right."
I love that.
This
I
is-
love those
this-
bad. Remember when bad lip reading was popular like 3 years ago? I ate that shit up. Now I cringe, but I ate that shit up.
I'm surprised they never got copyrighted.
It's funny. Yeah, I know. I'm sure that maybe they didn't make money, but it's funny
Yeah.
the things that I thought were funny back. Remember the fake? You probably don't. This was like OG Twitter. The fake faux John Madden. There was a fake John
remember
Madden account out there, and I ate that shit up. But now thinking back to the tweets that they sent, like that was like, it's funny how humor has evolved. But I cringe now at the tweets that I used to laugh at.
Or not evolved. All right. So now we have our playoff picture. It's all set. We've made it. And we get 3 games, Saturday and Sunday.
This is a permanent thing, right?
I hope. This is great.
To have 3 games both nights and have an 8 p.m. game both nights. This is amazing.
This is like college football Saturdays.
Yeah,
Watching
because-
football from noon to 11 p.m.
Because normally, we'd have the full slate Saturday, And then on Sunday, we would have the 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. game, but no night game. So I love the fact that we have 3 games both nights. This is great. We got it starts off with
Goodell said, "Let's fucking get the season over with
Goodell
before
said,
COVID runs rampant."
Goodell said, "Give me more money." Colts at Bills. Bills favored by 7, and I say only 7. 1 p.m. on CBS. This has. Do you think Jim Nantz and Tony Romo doing a twofer? Both Saturday and Sunday.
Probably.
If they
Also, why
are, they'd either be doing this game or they'd be doing Bears at Saints.
not? Yuck.
I see them putting Romo all over Josh Allen and the Bills. So let's do
I agree.
1 p.m. on CBS. This is looking forward to just anytime the Bills play. I say Bills win and cover. And I think Jordan Poyer gets a turnover. And I think he ignores us for the rest of his life.
I don't think he would do that.
Get a turnover?
No, I don't think he would ignore us
Oh.
if he became a Super Bowl champion. You heard him on the pod. I got Bills here as well. I'm trying to think if I have them covering 7.
Have you seen them? I mean, I'm not going to influence you. But I'm going to start keeping score of our playoff.
Yes.
Clean slate. You can start from 0. We're doing a new playoff challenge.
There we go. Can I stay above 500?
We'll see.
Oh man, I am a Bills fan. I got him going to the Super Bowl. Phillip Rivers definitely.
You really like
2
that Colts.
picks.
You really like that Colts rushing game. Phillip Rivers, bro, is going
that's
to.
all they got.
Phillip
That's all they
Rivers
got.
is going to struggle.
Poyer is gonna be hype.
Yeah, that's the difference maker. Okay.
It is. That's my guy. Give me Bills to win and cover.
Okay.
Because this one I'll agree with you, but these next coming games, I think we're gonna disagree. Rams at Seahawks. Seahawks favored by 4.5. Why?
Because Jared Goff, the chance of him playing is still up in the air.
Oh fuck! I gotta pick this before I know that. God damn it!
That's why I'm going Seahawks to win, but they just haven't been impressing me lately. So I'm going to take the Rams with the points. The 4.5. I think maybe it's a field goal game.
If Goff plays, like he's the difference maker. If Goff plays,
That was my thought, my mindset too. I just pretend like plug in anyone. I mean, it's a system. Goff ain't great, so he's not a huge difference.
yeah. I think Rams defense is gonna pull something out of their ass here to beat Russ Wilson in the first round.
If he does,
This
Jalen
season,
Ramsey will be hype. We get Jalen versus Metcalf.
this season just has not been predictable. For that reason, I'm taking the Rams to win out.
It hasn't been predictable in terms of the Falcons games and maybe the Detroit
in the
Lions.
Seahawks games, spread me.
Bro, the Atlanta Falcons are like tweeting out every interview they do with coaches. I'm kind of jealous. I see everyone's getting their. Is Robert Saleh?
You jealous of their activity on Twitter, or that they're interviewing multiple coaches?
I'm jealous that they're that transparent.
Oh yes, our social media team is garbage.
Yikes!
I've seen the guy who runs the Twitter. Thanks.
Wow, you really calling him out? What if he sees this?
Okay, I'm contracted with them. I'm not on salary. And my contract ended January 3rd officially. It's the date on the contract, so I can say whatever the fuck I want. Bucks at football team. Bucks favored by 8. This is our nightcap on Saturday. I'm taking the Bucks to absolutely wipe this team. It's a great
Really,
story.
your football team?
Yeah, I only picked these motherfuckers to get here.
Oh.
They are going no further.
Okay.
It was a easy pick given the division that NFC East was, but This is where your fairy tale ends, Ron Rivera.
I haven't seen an update on Mike Evans, but I don't think it matters because he can go to Godwin, he can go to Antonio Brown, he can go to Rob Gronkowski. I love the Bucs offense. It's very fun, especially when Brady's on. They're just too loaded. I know Brady struggles with a good pass rush, so I think that the Bucs could start slow. That Chase Young-led defensive front is disgusting, and there's a good chance. I don't like that Chase Young said, "Brady, I'm coming for you," but I still think he will be effective, and it will cause issues for the Bucs. But to be a difference maker in the score, no, there's no way Alex Smith is keeping up with Tom Brady and Chris Godwin, Antonio Brown, Mike Evans, probably not, Gronkowski, etc., etc.
But Washington, you're a great story. They're just gonna have to get like 3 fumble sixes to win this game.
I see us going to bed early Saturday night.
Oh, you think it's gonna be like 35-6? I'll probably.
What a weird game to go to bed. Like Bucks,
Bucks,
Washington, a playoff game. I've never seen that in my life.
Yeah.
What a weird game to have
with Brady on the Bucks.
Yeah.
Weird times we're in, guys. Let's go to Sunday now. We got Ravens at Titans. Ravens are favored by 4 here. Our 1 p.m. game on ABC. Why this is college football weekend.
So who commentates this one? The Monday Night Football crew, I guess. God. We getting Booger? Hope not. God damn.
Louis Riddick.
That's a future Jags GM.
I've got Titans winning this one.
I have Ravens winning this one. In a close one, though. I have Titans covering.
That's crazy that after you gassing the Titans, not understanding how they do what they do, you're taking the Ravens because of their current rush game.
Titans defense, shady. I think it's a close game. I think it's probably a high-scoring game, really. It's probably a really high-scoring game. Maybe 30-28, something like that. 30-27. Or I could be completely wrong. It is in Tennessee. It's going to be cold.
That matters. A little chill in the air at 1 p.m. Titans are winning this one. Ravens.
So you think Titans are advancing?
Ravens going to be a little pissed from last year, but I don't think it's enough. I think old Rabel got some up his sleeve. He's cooking up right now. Think he's going to bed early tonight? No, he's not. He's up scheming. Scheming for Lamar.
He's skiing.
Because
it's cold.
Bears at Saints. Might take my nap before the next game after this one. Saints favored by 10.
Nickelodeon.
You watching?
Hi, I'm Paul.
What is that stream even going to look like? They're just putting like Nickelodeon graphics on this shit. I'm Paul.
Are you ready, kids?
Oh my god, the intro is a SpongeBob remix with Saints Bears.
I can't wait. Do they do the SpongeBob Super Bowl halftime show?
Doubt it. They couldn't even give us that when we wanted it.
Oh, that's right. What was that? Was that
It was the intro to Travis Scott.
But there was why were fans clamoring for a SpongeBob for that to be the Super Bowl halftime show? I can't remember.
Because they said they were going to.
And why did they? What was there has to be some kind of background thing that happened. It just didn't randomly come about.
Oh, I think it was because the creator of SpongeBob passed away.
Yes. That's right.
In honor, SpongeBob will be doing the halftime show.
They did something with it, right?
They just did like the intro.
Yeah.
Like that's it.
But then they went to that.
It was like a transition into the Travis Scott show. It was pretty upsetting. Great tribute to Steven Hillenberg. Fuck.
Nice name. Saints D is going to be too much for Mitch. Bears fans, if you're smart, pray that Mitch doesn't keep it close. Pray that if you lose, pray that Mitch has a bad game and a loss, not a good game and a loss, because you don't want to get trapped in that new contract. You don't want to have Mitch leading your team for years to come. I promise you, yes, he looked good for his trash teams, but that's an anomaly. So just go out. You made the playoffs. Congrats. You are a part of the national attention for a few hours.
Enjoy it.
Enjoy it. It's going to end here. Can't you see, though, kind of a surprise? If there was a surprise for the playoffs, that this could be it?
No.
Can't wait to bring this back up. Because I don't
You
know.
feel a Bears upset.
I feel something. I don't know what it is, but I feel like I can envision the Bears.
I feel
winning.
something. I feel a 45-6 game. Saints.
How do you think the Nickelodeon? Are you gonna watch CBS or are you watching Nickelodeon?
I'm probably gonna watch Nickelodeon because
I'm watching Nickelodeon. As
I
well.
don't want to see the Bears play.
Right.
So
And like,
it'll
why
be
not
much
just
more
entertain
entertaining
yourself?
seeing googly eyes on the referees. If that's what
Nickelodeon could be onto something here. I could demand a Nickelodeon game every week.
So I wonder if like a player on the sideline
Gets
slips
slimed.
up and says a curse word, what they're gonna do with that on Nickelodeon. We'll
It'll
see.
it'll bleep it out like they do in SpongeBob.
We should do the dolphin noise. We should do a what the fuck Zoom call for the Nickelodeon stream. Or not. Browns at Steelers, last game of Wild Card Weekend. Steelers favored by 4 at home in Pittsburgh, and Steelers are winning this game by double digits.
Yeah, I got Steelers too.
I am ready. I am. This is like one of my most confident takes ever.
So why don't you
Steelers
put money on it.
winning. Where? I don't bet.
This might be my favorite. Let me see. Aside from watching Bears Saints on Nickelodeon, oh no, Ravens Titans. That's a good one. This might be. I guess this is my second most looking forward to game.
Not Bills not Bucks football team. Your boy Tom Brady. Colts Bills number 1 for me.
I feel like we're going to bed early. Bucks football team.
You are. All right, that's NFL weekend.
Let's talk some college.
Let's do it. Clemson, Ohio State. I'm surprised you put this first. You don't want to get Bama Notre Dame out the way.
Oh, maybe we should. Bama Notre Dame. Just stop putting Notre Dame college football playoff. Expand it to 8. That's all I got to say.
Really?
Okay, so I guess there's the mindset of
If you expand it to 8, Notre Dame will still get in.
they will.
I think we should go back to the top two
two?
teams. Yeah.
Really?
Because it's never close.
But
There's two teams in college football that are like the best out of all of them. I don't ever see an upset that could potentially happen if you expand the college football playoff to 8. Bama's still running that shit. Clemson's still going to run that shit every year. Ohio State's still going to run that shit every year. They win their conference every year consistently. And then maybe the SEC will have 1 or 2 teams pop up every few years, but college is pretty damn consistent with the Power 5 conferences. So I used to want an expanded playoff just because I thought it would be more fun, but we would still get the same 2 teams in the end, I feel like, unless we put 1 and 2 in different brackets, or I mean the same bracket, and then we'd have a shitty final. But go back to 1 and 2.
So a take that I've seen, particularly from Ben Murphy, who's a Jacksonville sports guy, he says that he wants 2 games because the whole
2
idea,
games.
like the reason why college football is so beloved is because of the conversation throughout the year that it provides. Like it's always an argument. So the argument about like which two teams is it, like fuels the conversation throughout the whole year. And if you water it down, then it's like, all right, a team lost 2 games. It's like there's no debate. Like the debate isn't as powerful throughout the year if you have 8 teams, 12 teams. So that's a good reason. But you could have like what if TAMU? See, it's hard with college. Like your team's good or it's not. It's not like you're gonna get on a hot streak. So I can definitely see like, but going back to 2 teams, like, all right, Clemson, Bama every year. Wait, what was the ranking this year? Was Clemson 2 or 3?
They were 2.
All right, well maybe we should have 4 then, because look who beat 2.
It's because offensive coordinator wasn't there. It's the only reason.
You buying into that?
I have to.
You think because of the no offensive?
I have to back anything that opposes Ohio State.
Yeah, I see.
There's rarely upsets though. That's not even an upset, really. Well, it kind of is. Is it? What was the spread? 7? They were underdogs, but not big ones like Notre Dame was to Alabama. So, and they had a lot to play for. Ohio State did. They were talked about because they only played 6 games. Justin Fields was coming off a couple of bad games in those 6 games. Dabo put Ohio State 11th in his poll. Ohio State, there were a lot of storylines before this game. It was a little anomaly.
When did he put him 11? Like how close was it to their game? Did he know that they were playing when he did that?
No,
because that's malpractice.
He did not.
Okay, because that would be ridiculous.
It was at the end of the season. I think it was before they even played conference championship games. Just in his coach's poll. But
I saw LeBron ate that up too.
The Ohio State Buckeyes kicked their ass, and I hated every minute of it.
Yeah, I did too. It's the Dunn and Drew curse. It only happened because the Jaguars locked up Trevor Lawrence the same week, and I went off on the episode saying I can't wait to just sit back like Bengals fans did last year. Sit back, prop your feet up, and watch the best quarterback in college football light it up. And what happened? He looked human, and the Clemson's play calling, they're playing like they're Georgia Tech. I don't know the plays, like the option.
Where'd you get that from?
The option handoffs, runs that they were doing all game long. I'm like, what the fuck? Can you throw the ball down the field? You have Trevor Lawrence, but when they did try to throw the ball, their offensive line could not handle that Ohio State defensive line. My theory, switch Trevor Lawrence and Justin Fields. Justin Fields doesn't have a good game. Trevor Lawrence goes off because Justin Fields had all day to throw. Yes, I kind of have post-nut clarity when it comes to this Justin Fields game. Like right when it happened, I was like, oh my God. He is like the whole nation. I think the whole nation is really coming down from the post-nut clarity of Justin
Man
Fields
had
game.
6 touchdown passes.
Yes, but like when it happened, everyone was like, "Fuck, is he the number 1 pick?" But then at once, a day goes by. Once a day goes by, now it's been almost a week.
Everybody remembers the season's long.
Yes, you kind of put the whole thing into perspective. You come down to earth.
The only reason I haven't really been on the Lawrence train is because when I did pull up Clemson games that I saw on the TV guide, he was throwing to wide open dudes every time, and he was playing some garbage teams in the ACC. But his record speaks for itself during his tenure in college. And if everybody is all in on him saying he's the consensus number 1, he's got the mechanics over Fields already, Fields has more work than Lawrence does, then why shouldn't I agree with the people? So Fields looked cool and all. He's a dual threat type quarterback. He's black. I've been wanting a black quarterback for the Jags for a while. But Jags have the number 1 pick. And with that pick, we got to take the better of the 2 quarterbacks, which right now, in a vacuum, if I'm using that correctly, Andy.
I think no, I don't think that's right because you have to use their past experiences. You have to use like all their games.
Well, if I
In
am,
a vacuum though, you're just using like their tool set, like their like what they're made out of. You know, their arms, their arm strength, height, stuff like that.
well, Lawrence would still have that dub.
He
But
would.
give me Lawrence over Fields, despite.
Mm.
But if Fields beats Bama, I'm changing my Abby to Fields. Cause
No, you're not.
yo, if you beat
can't
Bama,
ever-
you outscore this Bama offense.
Well, then that would just be recency bias. Lawrence beat Bama as a freshman.
So
He-
now
he
they have
destroyed
both.
Bama.
Now they both have beaten Bama,
Yes, but
but
and
he
then
also
Lawrence-
lost to them as well. This will be Fields' first game against them.
Fields brings in the negative what's the word, stigma of being a Ohio State quarterback as well.
Trying to think off the top of my dome, any good Ohio State quarterbacks?
Can't. Can you think of a good Clemson quarterback? Oh, you can. He's on the Texans.
Sean Watson. Name another. Fuck.
Let me think.
Clemson doesn't produce talent like that at quarterback.
I think
I don't even remember who was a quarterback at Clemson before Deshaun Watson. I guess Clemson was irrelevant.
no, it
before
was
Deshaun.
Taj Boyd, wasn't it?
Taj Boyd.
Was
Fuck,
it not?
it was.
It was.
might have been.
God, I'm nice.
Because Florida State was running the ACC back then.
Damn.
I think.
Yeah, they were. Was that before Deshaun?
Them boys fell off. I mean, Deshaun Watson beat Bama. I think he did. But
Who did he beat? Was that Notre Dame? Who did Deshaun Watson beat in the college?
God,
football
man,
playoffs?
memory bank. Don't
You
go
know, you
back
say
that
you're
far.
good at college football knowledge, but that's a load of cap.
I'm not good at any history. American history, football history.
African American history.
I know Deshaun Watson won the national championship. Do I remember who they played? Not quite, but I remember it was like a game-winning touchdown run.
Give me your best guess. I'm guessing Notre Dame.
I want to say Bama. I feel like the team was red. Texas? Hell no, it wasn't Texas. I'm thinking of Vince Young versus USC.
Yikes! It was Bama. Fuck.
Well, Bama's always there, so
Yeah, it's a good guess.
close my eyes and pick Bama.
Oh, I do remember that. That was he had an epic drive at the end.
I'm confusing him with Vince Young now. We got the Heisman Trophy ceremonies tomorrow.
Yes.
We got Mac Jones, the guy he throws to, Devonta Smith, who's the favorite. Trask, terrible bowl game, and Trevor Lawrence.
I think Trask. Well, I don't know. I think the votes went in before the bowl games, but
For sure. I hope they did. 'Cause that would be trash if they did.
okay.
Sorry.
I guess Devonta Smith. I'm worried about the votes splitting between. Maybe Mac takes votes from him, but I think if you're gonna vote for someone from Bama, you're gonna vote Devonta Smith. So I think he wins. I think Lawrence 2.
Oh no.
Maybe
Jim.
Trask 2. This is hard. This is
Yeah,
like
I think Trask. Ooh, I think
Yikes.
Trask deserves 2.
yeah,
Not
I
that
think
that matters, but
this
in
is the
the-
first time in a while that we haven't had consensus. Yeah.
I was gonna say in a year like this, you got to have a position that doesn't normally win it, especially a talent like Devonta Smith, where that man was doing some insane things this season, especially when the guy that plays across from him on the offense got hurt for the year. Waddle. They had another star
Waddle, baby,
receiver
Waddle,
that,
baby, Waddle,
that
baby,
got
Waddle.
injured for the rest of the season. So I think Smith's going to win it. I don't know if I'll watch the ceremony. Ceremony be kind of boring. They just show highlights of each player.
Yes, and I'm excited for that actually because I get to see for one more time before the combine, probably. Yeah, at least the combine. Trevor Lawrence highlights on national television.
Yes, his bombs against the Citadel.
He had some good ones versus Notre Dame.
So on Monday, we will be recording the next podcast during the national championship
Oh shit!
game.
What is that? That game usually starts at what, 8?
That shit gonna be at 8 o'clock.
But it always lasts till like midnight because of college
long
timeouts.
ass ceremony. Yep, starts at 8. Probably won't actually kick off till like
8:30, 20.
8:30.
And then
8:15.
it never ends until like midnight. They love Monday nights, don't they? Wow, that's
God,
right after
if-
like.
It's gonna be a nice weekend of football.
will
Saturday,
be.
Sunday, Monday. But if Ohio State beats Bama, oh my God, I'm gonna have to live with Ohio State fans being national reigning champions for the next fucking year. Kill me. I guess that's what all SEC fans have to go through every year that Bama's in the
Wait, what'd you say? If they win, they're not winning. There's
Ohio
no
State's
way.
not?
No, they're not winning.
Thank God.
Alabama.
You just don't want them to win because you need Fields to suck.
Yes, I don't want Fields to look good because if he does, that makes me nervous.
I don't know why you're so scared of getting Fields. Like,
Because I think that would be the person whoever picks him living in the moment and not
you think he's not good?
I
NFL
think
talent good?
did Ohio State quarterbacks just scared the hell out of me. Look at all
You're
of
going
them.
off that, yeah.
I'm going off that. And I'm going off his game versus Indiana and Northwestern. Scares me.
What
Terrifies
about his
me.
entire career?
Well, that is 2 games.
He was kicking everybody's ass last season,
He was.
and they were in the playoff last year too. So, I don't know.
John Harbaugh got an extension. I saw someone tweet a video of Harbaugh. It was a video of him running and like fist bumping after a field goal, and the tweet said, "This is the Harbaugh I want back." Like after he signed or after the rumor of his extension. I was like, "Is the bar that low?"
I thought he was getting fired.
No, he's getting an extension.
I guess you can't.
I am
believe
now your
rumors.
college football analyst on Dunn and Drew, because apparently Dunn doesn't watch.
I did not watch college football that much this season, but everyone was saying fire Harbaugh at the end of
And
the season.
he got an extension.
'Cause
He's
that
like
nigga
extended
had
to
a
like
horrible
through-
year.
he's extended like through 2024.
Yikes!
Doesn't make sense.
Sorry, Gozy and Connor. And anybody else listening that's a Wolverines fan, you guys are fucking ass. And I can say that because Penn State beat you. And we were ass. We didn't talk about Urban Meyer much yet, have we?
No, saved it for college football section. The
I'm
rumors are
shocked.
heating up. One of the most polarizing figures in coaching started out with Schefter a little bit more than a week ago, tweeting out. He said at least 2 NFL teams have reached out to Meyer to inquire if he's interested in pro football. And then Ian Rappaport tweeted out Saturday. He said the Jaguars have shown interest in former Florida and Ohio State coach Urban Meyer, who has been lining up a staff and telling people he's close to in the football community that he expects to land in Jacksonville, per sources. And then today, it's far off from what Shad Khan said today when the owner of the Jaguars said that he and Meyer haven't talked yet. Is that cap, Eric?
That's Cap. Khan's a liar. Like I know him.
Is his name on your checks? Or does it say
No,
Jacksonville
I
Jaguars?
don't get checks.
Oh,
They wire
direct
that shit.
deposit.
Damn, I just got a Jags notification. Should Jags make $12 million gamble on Meyer? Why my FBI agent listening?
And that's the next thing I have on my list. It came out today that he wants $12 million a year. Okay, like where does this money come from? The owners, right? When you pay a coach, it doesn't come from the salary cap. Obviously, it comes from the owner. So if your owner doesn't care,
He's a billionaire, so
Shad Khan. So when he bought the team in 2012, he said that he held up a ticket and he said this is going to be the hottest ticket in town. And I mean it's Jacksonville, so regardless of how good the Jags are, it really is always the hottest ticket in town. But he wants it to be a hot ticket, and I mean, like it or not, Urban Meyer, Trevor Lawrence is a hot ass ticket. I'm season tickets. Are you kidding me? That you got me back on board. You taking 2 games to London? Fuck, I don't care. I'll go.
would they?
What? Would they still go to London? I don't know. I think because the London contract expired this year,
It did.
and if they get Urban and Lawrence, I don't know if they take both, because they announced 2 games to London.
Jags would burn that stadium down.
I don't. Right? If you take 2 games of Trevor Lawrence from me, fuck you.
That would be
But
that got so much backlash when they first announced that. If you
yeah.
did that again after getting the first round pick and a new head coach, Urban
Meyer.
Yeah, we're blowing up the stadium. Let me chill.
And I'm all for. So here's my stance on Urban. All for him. I think that's exciting. He's a team builder. Yeah, he's not super into X and O's, but hey, if you interview him and he says he has an offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator in mind, let them handle the X's and O's. He is a program builder. He built Bowling Green, the Florida Gators, Ohio State. Like he won everywhere. His overall record is ridiculous, and people are like, he's not good at losing. Okay, I'm not either. Good. I'm glad you're not good at losing.
A sore loser.
I'm glad you're a sore loser. I'm glad it hurts you health-wise to lose, because it does me too. So I don't see why that is an issue. Just give me someone who's fucking done it before. I'm sick. I don't want to go into find a diamond in a rough. Brian Daboll, offensive coordinator of the Bills. He's not built a fucking program before. Give me someone who's fucking done it, because that's so much more exciting, and it just gives me so much more hope than in picking an offensive coordinator from another team. We've tried that.
Yeah, picking like a offensive coordinator or like a linebackers coach like the Dolphins, and when you make that first hire, like fuck, and you have to wait to see if it turns into anything good. But when you go for the stars,
You land
stars,
on
literally, Urban Meyer is a star. You immediately have some optimism because of the success he's had in the past. But I got 3 things about Urban Meyer here. First, one, it's easy for outsiders that aren't Jags fans looking at us to be like, "Oh, he won't do shit in the NFL," because you guys aren't the ones who had to watch a 1-15 team this season. You guys aren't fans of a team that's been ass for 20 plus years. If you guys were our position, Jags fans, that never sees your team win, maybe your tone will be a little different. That's the first thing. Because I've seen some like people that aren't even Jags fans, but are like diehard college football fans being like, Urban Meyer, man, he ain't built for the NFL, man. He's only good in college. His system wouldn't work. Shut up. Just let us be happy. Fuck, we suck. Second, that being said, he hasn't coached in the NFL. And we all know that it's different. I was telling Andy this, that not every successful college coach comes in and has success. Look at Nick Saban staying his ass at Bama. Nick Saban ain't coming fucking back to NFL. Like, Nick Saban's built a great program at Bama, winning culture, GOAT recruiter, no ego issues like you have in the NFL. If someone comes to Bama and says, yo, I don't fucking like what you got going on, Saban, he'll replace your ass with another top 5 recruit. If he could, he ain't leaving Bama. So we haven't seen what Urban Meyer's done in the NFL, so that's the only issue that I would have with his signing. But I think he has enough football knowledge to put together a coaching staff that could bring in a rookie quarterback and do something with the weapons we currently have on offense. So not opposed to it. And lastly, we got nothing to fucking lose. So I put that point above all the other shit that I said.
Yeah, nothing to lose. Like that's my main point. Like fuck it. I'm sick of trying to find this diamond in the rough offensive coordinator somewhere. Give me. Let's go for the fucking gold.
Yeah,
Give us the headlines. Give us the primetime games. I don't care. He'll have Trevor. He'll have so much to build around. So
yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I literally tweeted this during the season that we have never had a one game winning season. One game. Wow, I can't talk. Let me rephrase it. We have never had a season where we won one game, and then we finished 1-15. So we're doing terrible firsts here in Duval, and I'm over it. So we got nothing to lose. Give me Urban Meyer, and if it doesn't work out, kill
Don't
myself,
care.
like Andy said.
well, I actually don't. If it doesn't work out,
I will take the Chiefs offensive coordinator if we have to. Like Shad Khan, you're a billionaire. Pay him $12 million if he wants to come out of retirement. He still has to make that decision. So we don't know whose private jet that was out of Columbus, but
And people are like, his health is an issue. He quit because he can't handle the stress. I don't know if NFL is more stressful than college. I would say college you have to deal with recruiting, and I think the L's really weighed on him in college because you take an L as a Gators head coach or an Ohio State head coach, and your
season's over.
Your season's probably over. You take an L in the NFL, that's fine. Now don't take 15 in a row like the Jaguars did. But I don't think
you
I
can
think
make
he'll
the
build-
playoffs in the NFL with 7 wins sometimes.
Yeah, just look at this year.
Sometimes
So
9. Like it just depends. So it's different.
And yeah, there's more patience in the NFL. People know that you have to really build. And if Urban likes to build programs, this is one that needs to be built from literally the ground up. And you have all the tools to do it. So, come on down.
Come on down to the Sunshine State. When do you think this decision's going to be made?
I don't know. I thought there was a chance it would be announced today if they were seriously in very close talks together. But it appears that Shad Khan today said that they are opening up the doors to interviews with a lot of people. So I could see it happening in maybe just over a week. I don't know if he's going to come in for an actual interview. I think maybe if he says that, okay, I want the job, there might not be an interview. They might just be him saying, all right, you have it. But I think we are, in the meantime, going to interview some other people.
That is some big dick energy.
Yeah, right? To just say, all right, I want it. And then they say, okay, interviews are done. Sorry, you got it.
Here's your paperwork.
Yeah. So I think maybe a little over a week, maybe 2.
I'll be patient. I'm patient. Got other shit to watch.
Here's a fascinating tweet I saw, and this really got me thinking. If all 4 quarterbacks were in the draft this year, or just the same draft, who would go first overall, or who would go 1, 2, 3, 4? You have Joe Burrow, Andrew Luck, Trevor Lawrence, Cam Newton. You have Joe Burrow, who had one amazing season. Andrew Luck, the ultimate NFL prospect because he ran a pro system, and he just he just can't miss. Trevor Lawrence.
This is hard to answer when you've seen all of them play.
Oh, you mean when you've seen all of them play pro?
Yeah.
Well, you got to
Andrew
take that
Luck
out.
and Cam Newton.
Well, take that out. Take that out of the.
Because
think just quarterback. I mean, think just college.
Well, gonna come at my college knowledge here again because I didn't watch much Andrew Luck in college.
You didn't watch like leading up to the draft. People talking about it. Well, he played in a pro system and he was good.
Pac-12, not my cup of tea. Burrow.
Okay, well, I'll tell you how it would go. I think I'm taking Andrew Luck, 1. Joe Burrow, probably had the best season of all time as a quarterback, so I have to pick him 2. Trevor Lawrence, 3.
Oh, this is racist now.
And Cam Newton, I mean, he was, I think, he was really the only option when Panthers picked him. It was him and Cam and Blaine Gabbert.
Oh my God.
So there wasn't much competition, and the Panthers were dying for a quarterback. And Cam, I mean, I think he was picked. They ran a weird system, but he was picked because he was a fucking superstar. He ran a lot. He's huge. And
Great personality.
And when he threw the ball, pretty accurate. You know? But he didn't. They just ran a ton. They just did the Tebow. It was basically Tebow, but with a better arm, better accuracy.
Well, the fact that Trevor Lawrence is in that tweet just makes me feel good.
Yeah.
So
People love Trevor. I haven't done too much. Like, I haven't really watched him too much, but
Me
people
either.
love Trevor Lawrence like as a prospect. They say They say generational. Like, they say he's up there with Andrew Luck. I'm like, okay, fine.
I believe you. Like I said, all I've seen is his 60-yard touchdown bombs on Georgia Tech. So I believe everything you all are saying. Analysis-wise about Trevor Lawrence. That is enough football. We are footballed out. Let's talk about NBA briefly. So when I see NBA in the notes here, like, the season is so long and so irrelevant when NFL's on for us that I say like one note from the week of games that happened, and I
don't
just
give
keep
a
it moving.
fuck about NBA right now. I'm sorry if you're listening for our NBA takes. I guess my only take is the Magic still undefeated.
No.
Fuck. All right.
They did beat the fuck out of the Cavs tonight, though. My one note on the NBA is Steph Curry dropped 62 points against Portland.
Oh, yes. I saw those highlights. My God.
They are now 3-3. Yay. Oh, my God. NBA just we don't care until football is over. But we will get there eventually. The season that I said was going to happen for the NBA, I was like, this is going to be one of the most entertaining. It's been ass these first, 8 games.
Durant's out now for a week.
Everything's been a blowout. For every, one close game, there's 6 blowouts in the NBA. It hasn't been fun yet, so maybe when NFL ends, it'll pick up. But it was also a very short offseason, so that could be a factor. All right, we finally made it to the tail end of the pod. Rants, raves, and reviews. If you're still listening, these are going to be good, so hang around. We got some rants, some raves, and some reviews.
My first rant is, it's a little late. I apologize for not having this take ready last episode, but fireworks are so overrated. I'm so sick of fireworks. I'm sick of them the day before New Year's Eve or New Year's. I'm sick of them the day after New Year's. I'm so glad that it sounds like all of my neighbors are out of them. But it's just like, I've seen one. What's entertaining about? I guess if you're simpleton, you enjoy the firework taking off, lighting something, it taking off, and it exploding in the air. I guess that's exciting. Me, you see one, you've seen them all. So that's my take on fireworks. And they just annoy people. They're annoying for people who are trying to sleep. They're annoying for dog owners. I don't mean to be a buzzkill, but fuck.
It's the second straight week you came at me because I lit fireworks in the middle of our street. They're fun to shoot. I got a taste
like the
of
ones that go. You lit those, or you lit little sparklers?
I lit some loud ass shit because I still had leftover phantom fireworks that they gave me for free, so I had to light them bitches off.
Okay.
But our fireworks were showing up the neighbors, so I was feeling myself because
You live in a suburban white neighborhood, so with no teenage kids. So
our neighbor has 2 teenage kids.
All right.
My rant is that I have not been able to reach 250 pounds on the scale. I've been working out since 2019 summer, and I just haven't. It's been unattainable. It's attainable, but it's been unattainable. The lowest I got to was 257.
Oh, what are you at now?
Well, after the holidays, my nigga, I've regressed. I have to start again. But
I want to hear.
It's a grind. I'm 275.
Fuck. Fat fuck.
I'm
kidding. Relax.
I've got 25 pounds to lose, guys, and
My
I'm going
goodness.
to do it. So fuck you all. I'm gonna
What
hit
do you-
250.
What do you find
Pissed.
your biggest fat burner to be?
Not eating
Okay.
a lot.
Damn, that sucks, and that's the worst.
It's
Like you can
portions.
work out as much as you want, but if you eat like shit, it won't matter.
Yeah, because I've been working out and doing and recognizing my body this long. I know what I have to do. It's just so fucking hard not to stuff my mouth with a
I know. I
fucking
love
brownie.
eating. I love eating so much, and I have the worst sweet tooth. I get headaches if I don't eat like within 4 hours. Maybe I have a health issue, but that's. I
So
also bought a
it's-
scale.
You need it.
Yeah, it's entertaining. I weighed 190 yesterday, which was going to be my rant. Then I weighed myself today, and I'm 186.
Skinny
Does the
fuck.
do the pounds fluctuate like that?
Yeah, daily.
So
You
do I
weigh
just need
less
to
in the
write-
morning.
Do I just? Well, I weighed this evening, and I weighed 186. Do I need to write down and keep like a track?
You download MyFitnessPal. You can log in your weight every day, and it'll have like a little line graph of. Ooh.
Oh.
That's what I do.
Well,
So I
my New
deleted
Year's-
all my previous entries, and I started over today at 275. So we can see how long it takes me to get to 250, because I will get there
Oh, I love the
before summer.
optimism before summer.
Yeah.
June 22nd.
Yep. Before summer.
My New Year's
Before
resolution is Is that your New Year's resolution?
No,
250.
I don't do those.
Okay.
That's been my goal for 2 years.
Yeah, I don't really do them either. I am trying to find out though if I'm gaining weight because I'm gaining weight, but I need to find out if it's because I'm eating more, and I'm getting like a dad bod, or if it's because I'm working out more. Because I'm working out more.
Do you physically see a dad bod?
I see the things that come over your hips,
All right, then that's fat.
but I also see bigger arms, and when I flex my stomach, I see bigger abs.
Why you me? Big arms and hanging over your shorts. No,
If I
but
stand
like,
up straight, then I'm fine.
it just means that you're more muscular in your arms than you are in your midsection. But I feel like that's the case with a lot of people. It's hard.
No,
to
I
lose
think it
that
means I'm
stomach fat.
slimmer in my arms than I am in my midsection.
You know,
So the
tomato.
muscle shows more. It's not tomato.
But on that same note, here's a rave, guys. So this upcoming week, I will be signing people up to join me on an 8-week fitness program through a company that two of my friends own. It's called One and One. So basically, they have this software that will give you a workout and nutrition program based on your goals, your body type, etc. And they're going to have, I'm already in it, but there's going to be a Facebook group, private Facebook group for everyone that signs up for this program. We're going to encourage each other. We're going to share progress pics. There'll be a dashboard for you to keep track of all this. And this is a health and wellness company. So this is like their MO. So this ain't no scammy shit. This is like, we gonna be in this shit together, grinding and shit. So if you're interested in this program, I'll be doing it along with you. I'm like one of the ambassadors that's going to be promoting this for them for like a week, because it opens up this Friday, which is what is the date? Let me look at my calendar real quick. This Friday, the 8th, is when signups open. And signups only last for a week. So if you want to sign up, you better think right now. You want to get in shape. You want to be motivated as fuck. You shouldn't take you a week to decide. You should know right the fuck now while I'm talking if you want to sign up. God, I'm a motivational speaker.
You are. Didn't work
And then-
on me, but
Signups close on the 15th. So you have from the 8th to the 15th if you want to sign up. I already told you all that is going to happen. There'll be more information as I get it. You can join my team. I'm going to have my own squad. Like, you're going to be on Team Eric if you sign up for this shit.
why it's The Biggest Loser on NBC.
So if you want to be a part of it, text the word fitness to my community number, 386-204-6499. I already got a lot of interest because I posted it on my Dunniverse page on Instagram and my Snapchat. So
OnlyFans?
we'll see if these people are capping or if they're actually about this grind. So that's why I said I'm gonna hit 250 because this 8-week program is gonna give me workouts. So, but I don't. Think
I might join. I think I'm joining.
I don't know how much it's gonna cost money, but I don't know how much yet. That's why I said more details to follow. But you're rich, so I'm sure you'll pay. But yes, hit me up if you're down. You got till the 15th to decide. We in this together, y'all. 2021, we grinding.
My rave is that I'm glad. Maybe this is more of a rant or maybe a review. But okay, anyway. David Dobrik touched on this on Views podcast. Celebrities are becoming like less important and revered because of during the explosion of TikTok during this pandemic. It really has become the main source, I think, of entertainment of everyone. Obviously, just the numbers that it pulls in is ridiculous. Like even it's probably the main source of entertainment over shows and TV now, and movies. Definitely over movies because movies really have taken a back seat this pandemic. So maybe I think it's making celebrities, from Hollywood, less important and less revered. Like now when I see a celebrity, when I see like a game show featuring a celebrity or I see a talk show with a celebrity, I kind of cringe because I'm like, these people like love these celebrities for what? They're really like me and you. And I mean, even kind of more weird. I think celebrities, they're in their own world in Hollywood and they're very weird, and I'm glad that TikTok is taking a front seat. Vine ended, and we didn't really have, we had Instagram influencers, but, those are just models. They don't really have personality, but we see personality on TikTok, and I think those people are really, I think they're taking a front seat now ahead of celebrities that are in movies and TV shows, and I love it because I think celebrities are cringy, and I think they're very weird because just look at Tom Cruise, Tom Cruise's explosion when his rant about coronavirus, he's so freaking weird. That rant, did you hear that when he went off about?
We talked about it.
Oh, did we?
In rants, raves, and reviews.
Oh, probably a rant. Yeah, his celebrities are just so weird. I mean, people put too much of a stock on people that can act. There are people that can really act, but there are a lot of people in Hollywood that are there because they know people, and just a lot of people in Hollywood are just strange. So I'm glad that the more human and the more normal people are becoming, celebrities over people that know people and made it in Hollywood because they got one break, but they've really.
But in the same breath, there are some cringy ass internet creators.
That
are famous for some dumbass shit.
Yeah, like I don't. Yes, you know what? You're right because when you think of the D'Amelio, what's her name? D'Amelio, Charlie,
Dixie.
Like I look at how many followers she has. I look at her TikTok, and it's just her doing this to music, and she doesn't have. Is it because she's cute? Because there's a ton of people on there that are cute.
I still can't explain how that girl blew up. She has 100 million plus followers on TikTok.
So dumb. So yes, TikTok definitely has its cringe form of celebrities. But I think TikTok has leveled the playing field, which I'm happy about because I don't like Hollywood. Not a big fan.
I'm switch back up to rants real quick. I'm still pissed that my vines keep getting shared and getting like hundreds of thousands.
Do you think Gary Vee would be pissed? No, he wouldn't.
Am I Gary Vee?
He wants his you want your face out there. Who cares if you're monetized for it?
Is it my face? I'm wearing shades and I got no tag. But the OGs of Vine always say my name in the comments. So that's
they do. I
only
love that guy on Vine.
Only plus. But fuck. It's always a very poor quality video. And
I mean, TikTok is the quality of videos sometimes I see on TikTok that blow up. I'm like, do I just not have to try? Why am I trying so hard? I gotta bring Roseanne
you
clips
because you
back.
like quality. You like
I do.
quality, and that's not
That
a
is
bad
true.
thing. It's not a bad thing. So, my last rave, my OnlyFans is back. I'm charging again.
Yes.
I've posted a
Run it
New
up.
Year's pic with my 2021 glasses on, with my cock standing upright as I sit on the sink.
Sit on the sink.
Yeah, I propped my. I'm not showing it, but
Impressive.
I propped my phone up, sat on the sink, and had a nice hard meat for the new year.
And you are now. So tell me, you were free
I did a
up until
carousel
the new
post.
year, and you're now charging. So what happens? Do people get charged automatically?
So I believe I was free from September to January 1st. So they had hella months of free content. So when all those new people subscribed and for free, whatever date that they subscribed on is the date that they will be charged
Interesting.
every month. So if you subscribed on October 13th, you'll be charged January 13th.
So you have how many subscribers right now?
So at my peak, before I charged, I was at 1,800.
Okay, and you went from free to what?
I went to $10.
Okay, so you went to $10. So probably you
That's
had
$8 a sub because OnlyFans takes 20%.
So you probably had some people that renewed their account renewed on like the 2nd or the 3rd.
Yeah,
so
so
it's now
we're
the 4th.
Yeah, we're in day 4 right now.
How many people dropped off?
200.
Fuck. All right.
It's not an exact number. It says 1.6K, so I don't know what that 600 is, but
So you're still at 1.6K. I mean, it's only the 4th day, so I don't know if you get 200 that drop off at every 4 days. That's
for
rough.
days.
That's rough.
It's not that rough because the sub is still $10. So if I keep, let's give a low amount. If I keep 250 times 8, that's still $2,000 a month.
Jesus.
So it looks
Why
bad.
did you consider $5?
No,
Just to keep more people?
no, because in the end, I don't care about more people. I care about real ones paying the most. Because the real ones, like if these dudes are gay, like they will pay money. Like I'm expecting the number to drop off really significantly because it was free for like months. So of course you're gonna find me in sub. So
You trying to talk about that request you got the other day?
Sure.
Or no. Okay, let's go.
if I find it, and if I find it in the DMs, I put it in Discord, but
That's hard to find in Discord.
because they post so many things. Oh, there it is. So yes, I got a. Sometimes people ask me for requests, and they're like, "Do you take requests?" And I'll be like, "It depends what you ask." That's what I say to everybody, because like some people, man,
It also depends on the money, right?
well, they don't ever come with a price. They always just ask, "Do you
And
take
then
requests?"
you tell them a price.
I don't, because I don't know what to ask. Because I'm greedy. Like I'd say like 500. These dudes tip like $5 for videos. I'm like, $5? Come on. This dude said, "I'd love to watch you shit on the floor while in doggy position, making sure your feet soles are visibly dirty from walking barefoot. Then I want a close up of your shitty hole." And I said, "God damn."
And then you got on all fours and you propped the camera up.
And then he replied with laughing emoji saying, "What?" He said, like, I forgot what he said, but he laughed and said, like, what can I get, or some shit like that. I was like,
Jesus.
not that. Fuck. Doggy style shit.
And then someone in Discord said, imagine you're Bruce walking in on you taking that picture. Bruce is Eric's dad.
Video.
That video. And you're just on all fours.
Just
shit
dropping turds onto the tile.
Hello, Dad.
Just
Son.
getting this money.
Oh, I see you're in your bag, son.
I think we talked about this earlier on the Jags at Home. But yes, I was left hanging on the final episode of Jags at Home.
Yes, we did talk about this.
And I wasn't, I had to, scheme up something. The only thing I was worried about was like when we came back and I had to talk about the game, like what I was going to fill in the time with. But
The game?
luckily, the game was ass. But luckily, like we did giveaways and I just shot it back to the game, poured some Jameson, and I let that shit ride. But I'm still thinking like because Ashlyn did her like post game show after the game.
Oh, she did?
Yeah. So
that was hella cap. That's
that's
a
a
scheme.
little suspect to me. So I think there's some inside shit going on with the Jags organization to me. But contract's over. I stole $16,000 from them, and
Relax, you worked hard.
and we'll see what the future holds. But I don't know if it will hold anything. I think they've hated me since the clown bit.
Probably.
They just had to ride with me the rest of the season because like you're not gonna have Ashlyn there the whole season. But
She's so. I have a review. I know I mentioned early in the episode about someone bringing up an old Josh Allen take. Well, I have more because I searched because we entered 2021, so I searched my Twitter history for all the times that I tweeted 2021. Here's the first one. This is me quoting an Adam Schefter tweet from April, where he said, "Bills select Georgia quarterback Jake Fromm with the 167th pick." I said, he'll be starting by week 5, 2021. Which has not been proven wrong, but probably not going to be right. Here's the next one.
gets hurt.
That would be if Josh Allen gets hurt like week 4. Jake Fromm comes. This is from 2017. I quote tweeted a tweet that shows Jalen Ramsey liking a tweet that said, "Your goal should be to get out of Jacksonville." And
Damn.
someone quote tweeted it saying, "I've been saying this for 5 years now," and Jalen liked that one. So he said that in 2017 when the Jags made the AFC Championship game.
Oh, came true.
Yep. Oh yeah, yeah. My tweet said, sorry, forgot to say this. So I took a screenshot of that, and I tweeted, Our relationship is going to end in heartbreak, I know, but at least he's trapped here until 2021. Well, that was Cap. He made his way out.
He said, "I'm gone."
Next one. Someone. This is 2019. Someone tweeted, "A year ago today, the Jaguars beat the Patriots in Jacksonville. Since then, yikes, 2-12." Buffalo fan page quote tweeted that and said, "Duval, LOL." And I replied, "God, I can't wait for 2021 when the Bills release Josh Allen and after finally admitting he's not good."
Bro, you dogged this guy
Yeah, I did.
so much, and now he's about to win a Super Bowl.
I mean, it's unprecedented what he's overcome, the inaccuracy issues.
Well, guess you chose the wrong one to pick on, as they say.
Who should I have picked?
Oh,
I mean,
well, you picked Tua.
I am picking on Tua. I also picking on
Darnold.
Lamar Jackson. What are you looking forward to most in 2021?
Apparently not, because you're picking the Ravens in the game. So,
You hear me? What are you looking forward to most in 2021?
finding my wife and
Really?
getting this bag.
You're not gonna be a free spirit anymore?
No, I hope she just supports my OnlyFans career because that's a lucrative.
That's a
one.
big
But
What about your
I'm into
tailgating thing?
I can't look forward to that until I know what COVID's gonna do.
So you're okay with finding like a wife?
Well, I know I'm into a girl right now, so.
Ohio?
But she goes to Ohio State, so
I'm real.
so like kind of focused on her. Kind of got my hose on the side as well. I just entertain a bunch of women, but I like stay planted at home most of the time unless I got a gig for modeling. So that's my life until we can travel again, and that's also the episode.
Take us out.
Yes, sir. Make sure y'all share this very long episode with your friends, parents, enemies. Rate and review us on Apple Podcasts. Listen to us on Spotify. But most importantly, watch us on YouTube because we about to be monetized and we need to be ran up. That's
We are monetized.
youtube.com/Dunn and Drew. Subscribe to our Patreon. We got more private chats coming in the future for watch parties. Patreon.com/Dunn and Drew. Happy New Year, y'all. It's 2021. You know we're going to keep this thing rolling. Playoffs this weekend, Heisman Trophy presentation, national championship game. And on this next Patreon episode, I'll let you know what 2 bags I got coming next. Until next time, this has been Dunn and Drew, baby.